Why did the princess cross the road?
I don't know.
Because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Jesus. What do hot tubs and women have in common?
I don't know.
They both cost a fortune to maintain for the amount of time you spend in them. Hit it!
Good evening, scumbags.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Doghouse, the podcast that wants you to know that women are like dog shit. The older that they are, the easier they get to pick up.
In the fucking mouth.
I don't know why the women are in for it today. Sorry, ladies, all three of you that listen. Housekeeping!
Buy the fucking merch. It's on the website.
Yes. It might even be here by now, Marlon. You never know. The fucking... God, you thought we were cussing about suppliers last week.
Jesus Christ, what a mess.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, so there are hats. There are hats. There should be. There might be.
Yeah, they should be
Who
here
knows? Have
with
a
me next week.
If they're there, I'll put a story up.
If they're not, fuck my life.
Yeah, the new hats on the website. I don't know. What else, Marlon? You're king of the merch.
So, polos are being restocked again because you keep fucking buying them.
How dare they? The bastards.
I gone for some different colours this time.
Have you been fucked? What? Really?
Yeah. So we got some high-vis orange
He doesn't
ones.
run any of this by me. It's like just makes his own fucking decisions.
Yeah, I mean,
I might just start buying cool shit for the bar. Oh, look, I've bought a cocktail maker that you said no to.
I didn't say no to that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And the tickets. The last fucking day for tickets is tomorrow. If you don't buy them...
Speak now, hold your peace.
You're a fuck-faced peasant.
Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, really. Just,
Come, don't come, not your real dad.
just buy them. It's going to be brilliant. I can't push it any more than I've pushed it now. I'm not good at the hard sell. I'm not a salesman. Just come to the HOEDOWN. It's going to be fucking wild. I don't really know what else to tell you.
We're going to have a rootin' tootin' good time before Reg rootin' tootin' shoots himself.
This might be, not the last one. I'm not going to say that, but it might be the last one for a while because we're thinking about switching to doing one a year from now on. So if you're thinking about it, don't think that there's going to be one in 6 months' time because there might not. So yeah, come. It might be the last blowout for a while, boys. So come on down. Get tickets on the website. Last day today. When are you cutting it off, Marlon? Midnight?
When I feel like it.
When you feel like it. All right. So yeah, there you go. There's no date on it. There's no time on it. So just get on and get it done now because he might turn around at 4 o'clock after some bolt doesn't come out alive. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. No. I'm out. There's no more tickets.
I'm shutting the website down. You can all fuck off. Bad enough. Go and live in a hole.
Yeah. Right. And a massive shout out to who, Marlon? The Patreons. Yes. Been a wild week on the Patreon. I obviously, as I said, I posted the pictures of my little fudgy that I mentioned last week in the
Life
JC.
on the 45.
I tell you what, big up the community for this one. Yeah, big up yourself, Brev.
I was expecting you to get fucking ridiculed.
I thought they were going to be, you're a fucking idiot. What everyone did, the community rallied round me and posted pictures of their own kit in a ditch. I didn't realise.
And it's the same story. Oh, I pulled over to let someone go and
literally
just slid in.
Yeah, just fuck it. And it was Fox Red Bob that posted the picture of the Arctic full of potatoes on its side. It was like a normal road.
On its way to Ireland. That's what I mind.
Just stop paying attention. Yeah, so join the Patreon. You can join the Discord and see all the madness that goes on there. As I said I would, I posted a video of being mean to porn stars, which was fucking pretty brutal. I won't lie. I was like, my wife's on here, I think. Well, she'll get over it. Yeah, so, yeah, join the Patreon. You can join the scumbaggery of the Discord. If you join the top tier level of the Patreon, you get 10% off the merch.
10.69% off the merch.
Oh, my God. So you get that. You also get entered into what?
The monthly Pit Viper giveaway.
Yeah, which we will have just done, I'd imagine. Time of recording, it'll be tomorrow, but for you guys, it will have been last week. Hopefully everything went well with the bar and the new tap install. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
It's not there now, but it probably is now you're listening.
We've got a fire extinguisher now.
Why? In what reason will we need fire? Maybe char the wood. Maybe that'll waterproof it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So you get all that good stuff for being on the Discord, and you're supporting us, and that's a good thing because someone's got to keep the beer cold and the aircon on.
That's it.
And it sure as fuck ain't me.
So we give away 2 pairs of Pit Vipers every single month
on the YouTube. So
on the YouTube channel.
So yeah, the link's in the description for the Patreon. We really appreciate every single person that joins. It means the show can keep going. Thank you very much.
Live on the YouTube channel.
That is
Thank you, Sling.
That was what we'll be doing. And finally, before we get going, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, the AUTOMOVER. The AUTOMOVER sponsoring another episode. Who would have thought? Absolute legend. Talk about people that keep the lights on. This man does. It's time to pay the bills, Marlon. Let's plug the AUTOMOVER. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. You know the score by now. And if you don't, then what are you doing? Who are you? If you started listening now, how do you not know the AUTOMOVER? He's notorious. The AUTOMOVER, if you've got a vehicle that you need moving from A to B, have you sold it? Are you buying one? Have you got a track day to go on? Have you got a 4x4 weekend you need dropping off?
Have you bought a clapped out Land Rover?
These are all, people say know your audience, Marlon. Our audience are scum, and they buy pieces of shit. Do you buy pieces of shit, Marlon?
I do.
I do too. The amount of P38s I really wish I'd have known the AUTOMOVER for is unholy. When I broke down in Romford, Essex, with a P38, really wishing that I could have,
There's the time after that, you broke down in a P38 on the way home from somewhere.
Oh, yeah, on the way home from my mother-in-law's place.
Oh, no, I was thinking of another time you broke down in a P38.
Exactly. The amount of times I've gotten it wrong and just wished I'd known the AUTOMOVER to deal with the whole hassle. Take all the stress of driving that clapped-out piece of shit home and just book the AUTOMOVER to do it for you. He's professional, he's reliable, and he's fully insured. He's the guy that knows what he's doing when it comes to moving vehicles. There's no messing around with him. It's not one of these, oh, you know, mate, I'll be there about 7, mate. I'll be there about 7. And you wait until 10 and Shagnuts doesn't turn up. And it's when he does, he rolls out of the cab and he's like, oh, no one told me it was a bloody Discovery, mate. I thought it was a Mini.
He's got a Beavertail Transit.
I haven't got enough space for it. Yeah, you know these kind of guys. It's not worth it. The AUTOMOVER, he's a renegade in his industry, really, because he's so professional. When you think car moving, there are a lot of connotations that come with that.
You need professional, reliable, insured,
exactly
live tracking.
The live tracking. So
blows my mind.
If you to take care of all of your car movement needs, get in touch with the AUTOMOVER. You know, we only deal with good people on this show, and we know the AUTOMOVER. And if you listen to the episode, you know him too. So big up to the AUTOMOVER for sponsoring this episode. If you've got a car that needs moving around the country, he is the man to do that. 2 wheels, 4 wheels, no wheels. He's got you covered. Big up to the AUTOMOVER. Links in the description, links in the episode, links in the bio. And what for 10% off, Marlon?
ITDH.
There you go. 10% off. 10% off. Right, well, that's it. Let's get into the episode. Somebody's just messaged me about something podcast related. How weird is that? Anyway, who are we joined by tonight, Marlon?
Brothers Unplugged.
It's the Brothers Unplugged, Sid and Johnny and I. There's a big podcast collaboration going on. How are we doing, gentlemen? Are you well?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. It's a weekend. I'm getting drunk, and all is well. All is well.
And it's early.
It's
still early.
This is the earliest we've ever recorded, I think, in the history of time.
I feel privileged.
No, I don't think it is, Reg.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, when else have we recorded before 7 p.m.?
Bruce.
Oh, yeah, Bruce, middle of the day. That's right, actually. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was weird, though. It was still like the sun hadn't reached its crest in the sky. Yeah, you guys both well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How was the drive down?
Shit. Well, that is a story in itself.
I'm going to say, that's a tale of in itself. Yeah.
What was supposed to be 3 hours.
It was all right for you, though, wasn't it? You fell asleep most of the way.
What was supposed to be 3 hours was about half an hour for me because I was asleep.
It's like time travel.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that because I fell asleep and I remember part of the field as I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up, I was like, how long have I been asleep for? He was like, about an hour. I was like, that's the same field. So what are we doing? Well, no, I think, what did it take us? 5 hours? We left at 9 and we got here at what? For 2:30?
Fuck, it'd be easier to fly, wouldn't it? Fuck me. I don't think you can get flights from fucking Heathrow to Bristol, can you?
Still have to drive though. Part of it.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, that drive from Bristol Airport sucks. So, yeah, no, to be fair, probably easier
What's that
driving.
for rally stage, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, what the fuck? I always think that. Like, the quickest way to Bristol Airport is literally through a rally stage. Anyway, it's a pleasure to have you on, boys. It's been a long time coming. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having us on.
That's all right. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Shall we start with you, Charlie? How has your week been, mate?
Oh, where shall I start with it?
Anywhere. You start.
Basically,
At the start of the week.
oh, that's so funny. Oh, funny man. Fuck off. So it started last weekend.
Right.
At work. I say it's a paedophile joke. It's not. It's more of like a threat.
Jesus Christ.
It sounds bad. It's not too bad.
Okay.
So we chucked someone out on Saturday. I think it's only like 18, 19. So he's a young lad. And we chucked him out because he's just been a dick inside. Yeah. And he'd done the usual. He's come out and I had nothing to do with chucking him out. So he started giving me shit. I was like, well, I've been out here the whole time. There's fuck all I can do about it. So he started giving me bollocks. And then he was filming me. And after he'd finished filming me, he started throwing threats that he was coming for my job. I was like, okay, well...
You can have it. Right, have the fucking vest.
Yeah. Hey,
right, you stand there.
He was coming for your job, he was going to get you fired, or he was going to take your job?
Oh, I don't know. He couldn't. He fucking... He was something. And yeah, after that, he started throwing these threats around. He's coming for my job. And he's like, well, what are you going to do if you get sacked? I was like, I don't know, sit at home with my family.
Just like, enjoy Friday nights with my wife and children.
I don't care enough. I'll just stay at home. He was like, what, with your kids? I said, yeah. He went, oh, I've got kids too. What are you going to do about it? I was like, I don't know, fuck them. He's like, what? I was like, nothing. Yeah. But yeah, he wasn't best pleased with that. And then went into work Monday, set myself a light. It was warm.
Just walked in on a Monday morning and thought, no, fuck this place.
So I had my jumper on and I was welding something up and I had my lid down. So I was like, a bit toasty in here. Just my left arm. I was like, have you put the fucking heat? I've pulled my lid up. My arm was on fire. I was like, ooh, okay.
That's not flame retardant?
No, they're just normal jumpers. Just really shit jumpers.
Shit,
just
King's a Leon song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, left arm is on fire.
And then one of the guys, I have this whole running thing with one of the guys that I work with. He keeps stealing my tools. So I have a pet hate is I've got my own tools. We have a workshop toolbox. So the workshop tools are in there. I have my own tools on my bench.
Yeah. Separation of church and state, yeah.
Yeah, so I said, if you're going to use my tools, put them back, which he doesn't. So I come in Monday and something was missing. I was like, where is it? Oh, sorry, I forgot to put it back. Right, okay. Tuesday's come around. I've come in again. I come back from my lunch. Something else was missing. I was like, please, just put them back because I need it. You don't fucking need it half the time.
Yeah.
And it got to Thursday and I'd missing about 10 fucking tools out of my box. And I've gone over to his bench and they're like hidden in one of the little cubby holes.
Yeah.
He was like, I've just been using them. Like, I've cleared out and put them down there. I was like, put them back in the fucking toolbox. I don't get it.
The fact that he's like kind of hidden them makes it look like they're going.
He just said that he was tidying up.
I completely understand your pain because like people at work as a couple which just wander off with shit. I'm like, I know it's a good tool. That's why I fucking bought it. If you want to use it, right, just buy your fucking own. Stop using my shit.
Maybe not.
I spent half an hour yesterday looking for a fucking torch.
But he's got like these draper tools.
Yeah.
So I've got
brother.
Yeah. So I found all my tools and then I thought, you know what? Friday morning I come in. I thought he's got this really shitty adjustable spanner. So what I decided to do was lay all of his tools out on the bench and just weld the cunts down. And then I found one of his boots in the office, or I found both of his boots in the office. So I decided to take one of his boots, cut the leather off the front, and then welded the fucking steel toe to the boot. And he'd come in and he had a fit. I was like, put the fucking tools back.
Yeah.
So, and then after that,
is this the welder's version of finding a horse's head in your bed?
So he's like, well, why have you done that? I was like, because you keep fucking leaving my tools out. I need them.
It's a fucking message.
Yeah. Stop being a bitch. Just put them fucking back. What's the matter with you?
One person that's really bad for it at work. So I deliberately, when he's tidied all the shit away, I will go and put something on every single workbench.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much it. just bullying the apprentices.
I don't blame you, mate. I've not had the experience, but it would fuck me off.
It's all right, but when I need it, it's never there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see him come over. He'll come over and take something. He might say like a centre punch, and he'll look at me, and I'm like, "You going to put it back?" He goes, "Yeah, that's fine." About half hour, I'm like, "It's still not there. Where is it?" "Oh, I'm still using it." I'm like, "Okay." So I just had enough. I thought, "Fuck you." So I welded the hole literally round the spanner. I even welded do you know you got like the scrolly bit in the adjust? I welded that together. So even if he did cut it off, he couldn't fucking use it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, but I have a lock on the toolbox, so I should really lock it up.
Yeah, to be fair, even I lock my toolbox at the farm, and it's literally me and my dad.
Mainly draping tools.
But it's like my old man, he'll just like do something and either break it, he'll be like, "What?" Because God love him, he's ham-fisted as fuck.
Yeah.
So he'll grab something that's definitely not meant to have immense amounts of torque put on it, like a ratchet spanner, and he'll just use it as like a breaker bar. And I'm just like, "Brev, what are you doing?" And it will come back first. So now I just lock everything because I'm like, you can't be trusted because you're an animal.
I use the tools too much. If I lock it, then I've got to keep unlocking it when I need it.
Yeah.
So it's just too much echo.
Are you still inspecting this beer, Marlon? It looks like
I
you're
thought it
not.
came out as water first.
Oh, it's fine. But yeah, it would have done because I drew the water out the other line. You'll be fine. A slightly watered down beer at the well shack.
I did not worry you. You've got all the wires there and the beer.
No, I got a drip loop there, mate. It's all right.
We've been doing this for 3 years.
I've had fish tanks long enough. All I know is put a drip loop in so it can't get down to the electrics. Big man thing.
Is that why our deck's broken? It's just covered in Budweiser.
I think I cleaned it before I sent it to you.
Every time I touch it, something else fucking happens. I'm like, "Oh, quick message Marlon. I don't know what's happening." So, that's about it, really.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What about you, Sid? How's your week been, man?
It's been all right. It depends how you think of it, really. If you want to get stuck out in Cyprus.
Stuck.
Stuck.
He says it's like it's a bad thing.
It's not.
Did you go on a holiday?
Yes. I went on holiday.
You go to Paphos?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I went there. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the hotel, but the holiday itself was...
Oh, hotel was actually all right.
Where'd you go? Which one did you go in?
It was somewhere in the middle of a mountain.
Yeah, I can't even remember. Oh, you were up in the mountains?
Somewhere. It was called Club St. George Resort.
Nice.
Primathusa is where it was.
What?
Primathusa. Because we stayed there for the wedding.
No clue.
Okay. No, carry on, sorry.
Sounds like a dessert.
So we got there. I don't know what day we ended up getting there about 10 o'clock. Got there and then we checked into our room and we was like, we're in the middle of nowhere and we're starving. So we walked downstairs and we was like, where can we go? Closest shop that's 24 hours. And we didn't realise we were really idiots and there's a shop right next to us in the hotel. So
nice.
that's quite handy. And then enjoyed our holiday, lovely. I got burnt. I had a fight with the sun. The sun won.
Often does.
Just a small pasty boy.
It was. I put factor 50 on, and it's still. That was my shoulder.
Oh,
that was yesterday.
Shit.
Yeah, but did you...
For the listeners, it is blistered and battered to
That
fuck.
is red raw, baby.
Holy shit.
When you say you put factor 50 on, did you put it on at the start of the holiday and was like, that'll do for the week?
I'm now fully protected.
Yeah, or did you
Showers
put it
every
on
day.
every 2 hours like you're supposed to?
So it's not like lacquer, all right? Yeah.
It's going to sea and she was like, are you going to put sun cream on? No, I put it on yesterday. It's fine.
I did do
Gleaming.
that. I got out of the water and she's like, "You want some more sun cream?" I was like, "Nah, I'll be all right."
It's waterproof, isn't it? Oil water don't mix.
Yeah, that was at the beach one day. I woke up in the morning and I was like, shoulders are a bit burny. I look over and I feel it. I'm like, it's a bit lumpy. I look in the mirror, it's blisters. I was like,
Jesus,
that's not meant to be like that. After sun, covered it. And then
I think that's too far gone for after sun.
I was like, I'll just give it a try anyways. And then I went to hire a car out there, but most places didn't really want to hire us a car because we weren't 25.
Oh, yeah, forget that. You got to be like 25 in most places, isn't it?
So I got a 50cc ped instead.
Let's fucking get
Helmet like 2 sizes above my original helmet size. And then so that's whipping about, doing 40 mile an hour, screaming at the top of its lungs. It had the oil light on the whole time. I left and the screen, like the speedometer is bleached from the sun. So my girlfriend sat around, she was like, "Can you see how fast it was going?" I was like, "Nope." Have we gone off fuel? Don't know.
Go on, pin it and hope.
I was like, "I can see a big red light. What is it?" It's the oil light. She's like, "Do you want to take it back?" I was like, "Nah, I'll be fine."
Or as my wife refers to it, the teapot light.
I look at it as a genie lamp. Just hope for the best. Genie lamp.
Did you start rubbing it furiously as you're riding?
We had that for a week, but I kept getting burnt on that because where I was wearing shorts and the amount of times I ride it in the sun, I took my shorts off and it would be red and it would be white.
You are literally
and then
squashy.
That was my nickname for the rest of the week.
Oh, squashy.
Yeah, squashy. I was like, squashy? I was like, fuck off. But yeah, and then we got towards the end of the holiday. We got to the last day. We was meant to fly back the Sunday evening. And then I got sent a picture from my mate's dad because he was going to pick us up from the airport. And he said, what the fuck is this? And it was,
they had the fucking software issue, didn't they?
That was the day,
some
was it?
dickhead at Microsoft thought it'd be a good idea to update the security software or whatever it is.
Not very good security, is it?
Yeah.
It just crashes.
And all over the world, every airport, hospitals, all their systems went. And
can't you just turn it back off and on again?
Did they try and unplug it, blow it?
I'd love to see Sid go up to him and be like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again, mate?"
So he was like, it's delayed. And I was like, okay, right, I'll keep an eye on it. So we dropped the ped back off and then we got a cab back to the hotel. And I was checking it every half an hour or so. And I left it for about an hour or two. And I was like, I'll give it a little check. And we was meant to take off at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It ended up getting delayed like half an hour, then an hour. And then it jumped to 2:58 a.m. departure. I was like, oh no. And we would be landing about 4 a.m. here. Oh. And I thought, oh no. Luckily, I got someone else to pick us up because my mate's dad had work at 4 a.m. Yeah. I was like, So about 10 minutes later, we're rushing around. And then we booked a cab in that morning to take us to the airport at 7 o'clock. 10 to 7, we've rushed about, packed, bags packed, suitcases packed, everything. She gets an email. And we're like, oh no. She's like, I got an email. I was like, what does it say? Sorry to inform you, your flight's been cancelled. Oh. I was like, she's wearing Crocs. Her Crocs. She threw her Crocs across the hotel room. She's like, she just hide under the bed.
That's a certain level of angry throwing Crocs.
We have experienced.
And then, so we ended up making a few calls, and then we called our travel agent and went, what do we do? Flight's been cancelled. We need another flight back ASAP. And they were like, oh, you need to go to EasyJet because that's who's cancelled the flight and this. So we went to EasyJet, called EasyJet. They went, no, it's your travel agent. They need to sort it. So they're both blaming each other. So we're sitting out in Cyprus like, we've got about half an hour left in this room and we just don't know what to do.
Shit. Did you not get to that point and think, well, I live here now? This is my home.
I thought, you know what? Let's go look. Let's go view some houses.
Yeah. Sits there googling squatters' right.
I was like, might as well go pick that 50cc bed up again, isn't it?
It's where I live now.
So it says like manage disruption. We clicked that and it says book another flight for free. So it was all right, transfers another flight. Monday, the next day, there was a flight there for the evening.
Yeah.
This in a matter of 10 minutes. And we pick that flight. Sorry, this flight is no longer available.
Oh, because everyone else has done the same thing.
Bollocks. Yeah. And this is 7 o'clock now. So the taxi man's waiting in the reception for us, and we're like, oh no. So we had to go down there, tell them that we needed the room for a little bit longer because we had nowhere else to go. Yeah. We're in the middle of nowhere. And then I turn around, the taxi man's sitting in the chair like this. He's like, oh, you're the one called taxi at 7 p.m.? I was like, oh no! I was like, yeah, our flight has just been cancelled like 10 minutes ago. And he went, do you want to go to the airport? And I was like, yeah, well, we can't anymore. There's no point. And he went, okay. And I was like, oh no, he's gonna kill us. I was like, quick, go back up to the room.
Okay.
So we ran back up to the room. And then we tried getting some more flights. We went to the Tuesday now. So he was like, right, Tuesday, have a look. And there was 2 flights. And we picked the earliest one. And it was about 2 p.m. departure, 2:55 p.m. departure, so it wasn't too bad. And then we clicked confirm, took it time loading. We're on the phone to other people at the moment trying to figure out what's going on and trying to get some help.
No, Shag, can we have a dinghy?
Do we get rights? Do we get a dinghy?
To hop on one of the Matembes.
Yeah. Dinghy, free house, let's fucking go.
Yeah. And then we clicked confirm and it had this little bug. And then all of a sudden it said, sorry, this flight is no longer available. Went back onto the where the flights are. All the flights are gone. So we're looking at Wednesday, Thursday return now. So we're like, oh God. And I was like, oh, really? So then, and then all of a sudden she gets an email and it says, flight confirmed for Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, oh, thank God. And then at this point we're like, well, we haven't got any more nights in this hotel. So let's change the scenery and go somewhere else. So there was this, it's called Helios Bay Hotel.
Is this why you rung me?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, just before you broke down on the bike.
I fucking blame you for this, because you rang me, and I've got like the intercom thing on my bike helmet, I'm running along, and he's going, "Are you revving your bike?" I was like, "I'm on my bike." What? So I pulled over. My bike wouldn't fucking start because I tried ringing him again, and then I rang Debbie, and she was like, "Yes, it's stuck in Cyprus." I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm stuck in Southend."
Cyprus, Southend,
Well,
same thing,
fucking,
isn't it?
yeah, I'll fucking blame you for that, you bastard.
Sorry. But yeah, we booked another room. It was the only room left at this hotel. It was like a family room. So we booked it last minute, got there about 10 p.m. We was like, right, we got the whole of tomorrow at this hotel, wake up the next day, sort of stuff out, go, have some breakfast and then go. And then so we get to the hotel and this receptionist lady, she was, I don't know, 60 or something like that. Loveliest woman ever.
No, I clean.
She's like,
no, Miss Acid, no.
Fuck you.
I was like, how much for blowjob? And then she was like, and then she was like, oh, some beach towels, €1. But she let us have them for free. I was like, yeah, let's go. Free beach towels.
Beach towels?
Yeah.
Small wins, mate. Small
Yeah.
wins. Got to take them where you can.
She was lovely. So she was like, oh, we got there and she was like, oh, family room. Yeah. And then she went, oh, because you booked last minute. And
You get free blowjob.
I wish it would have been better. But she turned around and went, we've upgraded you to a villa. I was like, oh,
Shut up.
lovely. I was like, oh, all right. What's this villa about? Because, you know, it could be in a bando for all I know. And then,
You're in Cyprus, not fucking Peckham. It's not going to be a bando, is it?
Well, you never know out there. You've seen the cars out there.
Yeah.
Clap, Rev.
My ped was on its last legs. Another plate was bent to shit. And then...
Did it break down?
No. Surprisingly. We used to go over the speed bumps and she'd be like, there's a speed bump coming. I was like, yeah, I know. She was like, can you slow down? I was like, I ain't letting off. I was like, no, I'm all right. I'm going full throttle.
We're getting air on this speed bump. That's what we're doing.
And it was so sweaty. My ass was stuck to the seat. I ain't going nowhere. And then she's like, yeah, come out of the hotel. You had to go out the hotel, out onto the road, go and walk down the road a little bit. And there's this little private road. It's got like a security barrier and everything. We was like, we've been upgraded. We was like, so happy at this point. We was like, maybe it's not too bad being stuck out here walking along. And then we got to the villa, and then it looked like somewhere. I was like, it looks like a bit like a shed. I was like, it's a nice road, loads of villas down it, but they're not massive villas.
Yeah,
Obviously, you say villas, massive, but it wasn't. I was like, oh, maybe it's a little house, maybe not. Open up the door, and this thing just went all the way back. And there was like a dining table as soon as you walk in, and then a lounge, and all the way back is a kitchen, and it had a garden out the back as well.
That's bougie.
I was like, oh. You walk in, and on the left, there's a little archway. There's a toilet in front of you, and then 2 bedrooms. My girlfriend turned around and went, we sleeping in separate beds tonight? I was like, yep, lovely.
Then I'll see you in the morning.
I'm going to go get the receptionist from my room.
Everything's coming up, Sid.
And then, so yeah, we stayed in there and watched YouTube because our other TV just didn't work. The last time I watched that, I watched us lose to Spain. I was like, yeah, no, I'm all right. So we had YouTube playing.
They're all broken.
And then fell asleep on the sofa, got up, went to bed, and then woke up the next morning, and that's where more burning happened. Because this point it was about 34 degrees, but it felt hot.
Yeah.
You would have thought he'd fucking learn.
It was 34 degrees, but it felt hot. Bro, that is hot.
Yeah.
Rev.
And then so we went down. We explored the night before when we got there because they had a beach, and we went down and I was like, there's a pool. She was like, no, not at 11 o'clock at night. No. I was like, I want to go in the pool. And then we went down more and there was a beach. And I was like, I want to go in the beach. And she's like, no.
I want to go in the beach.
I want to go in the beach.
I want the sand all up around me, man.
And then
It
it was
just
like,
reminds me of Jay Slater. Just all
Mum thought,
Absolute J vibes.
Mum thought it was a gay Slater. When I got home, she was happy to see me. I was like, come on.
I'm going for a short walk, maybe sometime.
And then there was like a beach club type thing, and I was like, I'm going in there. Girlfriend was like, nope, no, you're not. I was like, let's go back to the room then.
Was that open at 11 o'clock?
Yeah,
It was?
late at night, yeah.
What the fuck was you doing in the hotel then?
I don't know. And then walk back up to the room, wake up next day, go have because the night before we got to the bar and then we was like, oh, let's get a drink. And she had a Malibu and Coke. And then the woman turned around and went, do you want to drink here or take away? My girlfriend stood there and went, I can take it away? What? I can take it away? What? This is new. She's like, take away, please. And I was like, oh no, she's going to end up getting drinks back at the villa. So we went back, spent the whole day the next day. I burnt some more, even in the pool, put some sun cream on. I was like, I'll be fine. And then,
It's waterproof.
And then next day we got a flight back. I got delayed like half an hour, but I kept waking up like every half an hour in the night, just checking it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're all good. And they got to a point where it was
Like
like
PTSD, innit?
Yeah.
I was like, delayed half an hour. I was like, Stay there. Don't go anymore.
It's happening again. It's happening again.
Don't move anymore. I'm going to send this plane into the towers if it happens again.
Fucking hell.
It's like a fucking war veteran on firework night.
And then, we got back, and then, that was about it. It got to the point where we thought, you know what, it's nice, because we getting messages saying, oh, I wish I was stuck out in a hot country like you, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, we was ready to go home. 10 minutes before we went, it got cancelled. I was like, and when you're ready to go home, you're ready to go home. But
you've got that mindset.
Yeah,
you need it.
and then
your own
you just
bed.
and then I was sat there and I was like, well, we're here for another 2 days now. I was like, might as well enjoy it. So we did, and then that was it. But apart from that,
one.
No, see, I can't agree with that. Because you've made this sound like a really traumatic experience.
it was. I was out there by myself.
We had takeaway drinks. It was awful.
We had a fucking upgraded villa.
I didn't know whether to go to the pool or the beach.
The receptionist gave me a hand job. I don't know what the fuck's going on at this point. You're stuck. Debbie's dad done that. It was years ago.
Well, got a hand job from the receptionist.
Probably. What's your name, Jeremy? Your name is now Sarah. Okay. But they done that. The flight got cancelled because of a volcano. And it was the ash cloud.
I remember that, yeah.
So it was like, oh, you can have a flight the next day. It was like, no, I'll just stay another week. I'd fucking do as well.
Oh, I don't blame it. Yeah. I remember my mate Mule was in Prague a couple of years back on a work stew, and his flight got cancelled, and he was just like, told the missus, and he was like, cancelled for our flight's cancelled, got to stay here for 2 days, could have got a flight the next morning. And it was like, oh no.
What a shame.
Do you know what? There are no flights to England. None for 3 days.
All cancelled.
See, I couldn't do that because my other half would be on it. And
Be on there booking the flights for you.
I've booked you a flight. You're coming home tomorrow. Actually, she probably wouldn't. She'd be like, I'll put you on for next week. I'm like, okay.
Send her a picture from Goldfinger's sorry, I'm stuck.
What's up, blue bag girl?
What's up, red dress? How you doing? What that thing smell like? Oh, fucking hell. Sounds good, man. Paphos is lovely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've never been Cyprus before. Do you go to the Valley of the Kings or whatever it is?
Oh, Tombs of the Kings.
Yeah, it's a Valley of the Tombs of the Kings of the Valley or whatever. Yeah,
it's fucking boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
It's just mosaic.
To be fair, when you go around, you see the first couple. It's one of those things. Once you see one, you see them all. And being I get its history.
Is there any landmines?
Oh, in Cyprus?
Or is that? Oh, that's Croatia, isn't it?
Croatia.
Yeah.
That's my Balkan wife's home country. Can't go back to see her family's farm. Too many landmines. That's not even a joke.
No, fucking hell.
Yeah, no, Paphos is lovely. Cyprus is, I had a really nice time over there.
You know what you missed out when you went?
What?
Is buying the free-wheel trikes. Like the little electric things.
Those fucking things are everywhere.
Oh,
They were so funny.
Oh, you just call me Travis Pastrana at this point. Right. It was me, you and Dad, didn't we?
I felt like you that were trying to kill me when I'm crossing the road.
I feel like Evil Knievel getting them on two wheels whee!
Well, we went and hired some out. It was me, you and Dad went, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I hired some out. Mine broke down straight away. I was like, quick, back down the hill. And then we went down past the harbour, and then there's this little private road behind the harbour.
Yeah.
We've gone down there, and they're on two wheels. I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? So then they said to us, you can't ride them down the harbour. You're not allowed. I was like, okay.
No worries.
Down the harbour we go. Okay. I was like, why can't we go down there? Because there's too many people. Right, okay, fine. So we've come out of the harbour, straight down there, and then we're all on two wheels and we're riding around. And I'm looking down trying to balance, and I've looked up, and there was a 70-year-old woman in a little granny mobile.
Fuck her, she's going to get it.
Oh, it's a game of chicken now. And she moved, she was like, arsehole. I was like, fuck off, bitch. Oh, yeah, and then we thought, well, we best move now. Then you had to push me back, didn't you? Because mine just died again.
We got to the top of the hill, we climbed up this hill, and then we got to the top, rode around, and we was like, right, we've got about 5 minutes left until we have to take him back. And it got to the top of the hill just before we went down, and he's like, I'm slowing down. I was like, what? He's like, I've stopped. And I was like, oh, really?
Yes.
So it got to the point, I put my foot on the back of the trike and I full throttled it, and it's kind of going downhill more.
Yeah.
Full throttle, opened it up.
Yeah. Every restaurant was rammed as well. So we're going in the road and we're just bibbing at everyone, and you can just see us two cunts. You're just fucking so quick as well, though.
Because I weighed fuck all.
It's not rapid. I was like, Sid's gone. And then Dad was like, where is he? I was like, I don't know. He's probably a fucking iron apple at this point. I don't care.
I'm going to Northern Cyprus. I'm taking it back for the Queen.
Oh, fuck hell.
It sounds epic, man.
It's good fun.
Yeah. What about you, Marlon? What have you been up to this week? You
Oh, fuck all compared to that, really.
Bum dosser.
Bum dosser. Land Rovers is still shit. I've had...
No.
Yeah.
This just in.
Warning, breaking news from Marlon. I've got... if anyone seriously knows of a good tech, I am in dire need because I got 4 chains to do next week, as well as like 3 ace bars, sets of ace pipes, 2 Puma engines. Yeah, no, we are struggling to keep up at work, but it's Land Rovers, so I think we're always going to be at that point. But it's all good fun, really.
Did you do those bolts again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, done them.
How did it go? Was it any quicker or not?
A little bit quicker. It's still a shit job.
Yeah. There's no. Did you manage to speed it up any or not?
No. I got an engineer in who kind of went, yeah, mag drill wouldn't work because of the angle and trying to censor it on everything. And I was like, you need to come in and you need to build me a frame. Because I ain't got any fucking time left.
Rev, you actually got an engineer in to try and speed the job up.
And he was like, yeah, no, it ain't going to work. Because you can't self-center it. And the throws wank on them.
Yeah.
And half, like the big core bits, they literally take a core and then shove the core out. Well, there's nowhere to shove the core out. So you would need to drill it. He's just like, just sit there with a drill. I was like, yeah, fantastic. I love you.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I get paid the big money for. Fuck that.
Why do you keep doing this? Why don't you just get an easy job? Like,
money.
I don't know, work for Domino's or something.
I like a challenge and it pays well.
Aha, another broken car. God.
I did do a little bit of
Ground Force.
Yeah, I made a fudgy earlier, Reg.
He texts me about it. He was like, I'll tell you about it later.
So I've got I painted the front of the garage.
Oh, look at you.
Okay, I've painted half the front of the garage because I got to a certain height and I was like, I don't really like heights. Somebody else can paint the top bit.
What, that much height you not chill with?
And then the ladders go and fucking move in, and I was just like, I'm gonna break. I will break something in a minute,
right?
And I will be unable to do things.
Okay.
I got a new Eufy light to put up, the brand new PIR. It looks like something that's like a drone.
It does look like something.
It looks like it's going to take out a school in the Middle East. Really, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I didn't design it. I just bought it. It was on a deal, wasn't it? Yeah. On Amazon fucking Prime Day. And I was like, right, so I've painted the bottom bit. I'll put the mount in. And where the other one was, the design's completely changed. So I had to move the electric cable up a bit. So the electric cable comes from the inside and goes out. And I didn't really have a long drill bit because at the point I need to put it, it's double blocked.
Yeah.
So what's that? It's like
it's
12, 18 inches.
Yeah, it's 8 to 12 inches.
That's what I call 4 inches. That is average size, okay?
Women don't know imperial, so you just tell them that is 12 inches.
Yeah.
And so I've mounted the plate up and I put all my raw plugs in. And then I had to drill in like a 10mm hole for the cable. And I don't have any really long drill bits. So I drilled through from the outside.
Yeah.
Measured it all.
Fucking hell.
Went on the inside.
No, you fucking didn't. No.
Drilled through.
You didn't try and get 2 drill holes to line up.
Yeah.
How far out were you?
Inch.
That's not bad.
I mean, I thought I was
I'm glad you didn't dig the Euro tunnel, put it that way. Otherwise,
imagine that. Over 20 miles.
They've broken through in Scotland.
Yeah, got me. So, going through from both sides, the drill bit still wasn't long enough. So, on the inside, I just got a piece of rebar and beat the cunt through the hole and blew half the render out on the front of the garage.
Fucking idiot. Why did you not beat it?
I don't know.
Why did you not beat it from the outside
I don't know.
Why don't you just go get a bigger drill bit?
Because I was doing it like, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it fucking now.
Open, man.
I'm doing it now.
You live 2 minutes from Screwfix.
But did you measure down from the top to line your holes up?
No, so I measured from the bottom hole, which was already there, up to the top hole, and it was 65mm.
Right.
It was 65mm, but it wasn't
level
straight.
drill bit.
It was
Oh, you
about
got
an inch
in on
off.
the...
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I fucked that. Right.
piss.
So I'm gonna have to.
How big is a patch of render you've flown out? Gone.
About 12 inches.
Holy shit!
So I've ordered
That's
some.
K-rend as well, so it never gonna match up.
I've ordered some render fix,
You'll
and
never-
I'm going to paint over it.
Just
gonna
slap a
look-
bit of cement and sand in, you'll be all right.
It's gonna...
I know you can buy it like pre-mixed in a tub.
It's like
Is
K-rend,
it like
so you can't
adhesion?
patch it.
Nah,
Like, it's really highly
bit of-
adhesive and
bit
shit.
of building sand, bit of cement, whack it in, get a sponge, dab it, done.
Well, the thing is, I'm the cunt which will buy it in a pot, so I don't have to mix it then.
Yeah, but then you've got fucking loads left over.
No, it's only 1.5 kilograms in a pot.
Yeah, to be
Oh,
fair, it's
okay.
probably about
Yeah.
right, isn't it? Can't believe you fucking
I
tapped
don't
it.
I don't know why I did it. Looking back now, I'm like, you're a fucking retard.
Whenever I've drilled, I've always drilled from the outside in, and when we had to drill from the inside out to put the aircon in, Alex and Ross were so careful. I was like, I ain't gonna try and tell you how to suck eggs, boys. But they're like, we know, don't worry, we're not gonna blow the render out. They're using a massive diamond, like a diamond core drill bit, and they are just feathering it and just feathering it until it just starts. You just see a teeth start coming through, and then shoom, that's it. I was like, oh, praise the Lord. Marlon's like, yeah, I'll just whack it. It's like,
I
Shag,
don't know why I did it. Why didn't I do it the other way around?
I know what it's like, bruv. Like, you know, we've got it. You know, when you're trying to drill through 12 inches and you only got 6, you're just trying to give it all she got. I've got nothing left. She's like, more, daddy, and you're like, I'm all out of dick.
Why didn't I go through from the other way? Why do I make myself work?
Oh, you've literally created a whole load of work for yourself.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
Like we said earlier, hindsight is a beautiful
It
thing.
is.
Yeah.
It's 2020, man. Hindsight's 2020. That is the dumbest shit I've heard all fucking week, mate. You're a fucking idiot.
Electrically, I'm a fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
In reality, I'm a fucking spastic.
If I need my cider pump coding, I'll give you a bell. But if I need something core drilling from one side to the other, you're the last cunt I'm ringing.
Just get the fucking mallet out and some rebar, Shag. You'll be all right.
Mallet and rebar.
Why didn't I do it the other way?
I don't. I wish I could tell you, but I haven't got any answers for you. Because you're a fucking
Bell end.
spastic. Oh God, I'm glad that your stupid fuck up bring us some comedic content on the show.
Oh, how's your week been, mate?
Oh man,
You haven't tipped anything over this week? No ditches?
No, it's been good, man. It's been good. I've driven past it a few times and gone, fucking, that was fucking nearly going over on it. Like, seeing how deep it was. But no, it's been all right. I had a little project this week. You guys probably haven't seen it, but you might do now I've told you. So after I had the windows done, and we sort of redecorated all downstairs, I pulled out all the blinds, because when we bought the house, it had like mismatched blinds. They all were just like, everything was different. We had some Venetians and they were shit and not working properly. You know, when you like,
Were they like Vietnamese?
no, they weren't. No. Oh, no, I mustn't. Anyway, some jokes there.
Do it. No balls. No balls.
No, they were, yeah, they kept fighting. Just wouldn't stop, you know.
Traps everywhere.
Had to fucking burn them out in the end. Not a thing's grown there for years. They're all deformed. Anyway, no, I had these blinds. I was like, fuck these blinds. So I pulled them all out, filled all the holes in, decorated the whole house. And we haven't really committed as to what sort of window shielding we're going to go with. Whether we're going to go with curtains or blinds. Or if it's blinds, are we going to go with shutters? Or are we going to go with Venetians? Or are we going to... So I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. But the problem is, in our living room, there is a window that goes right out onto the pavement. You know the one I'm on about.
Yeah.
And everyone that walks past looks in. I don't really mind too much. But when I'm chilling on a Sunday and I'm sat there with my cock in my hand,
I was going to say dick
just
out.
absolutely beating it to porn I shouldn't be. I don't really want fucking Beryl and fucking Brian coming past having a little peer in. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I reckon I'm going to tint the cunts. So I bought some mirror tint for the windows. So I was like, well, you know, obviously it's not going to work in the evening because it's going to be brighter inside than it is outside, because it only works on, you know, whichever side is brighter. So if it's brighter outside and darker inside, it's mirrored on the outside. And then if it's the other way around,
You know, you can get like one-way film.
I don't think you can. I think it only works like whichever side's brightest. I did look at.
You had it in your old room. In the old house.
Yeah, on my
You can actually get just like solid one-way film.
I think it was when it was nighttime. When
Yeah,
my
yeah.
light was on. You could.
Yeah, you can see it.
couldn't
Yeah,
see it in the
I
day.
did, I did look.
No, you couldn't see it in a day.
Yeah, so I did look into it a bit. So anyway, so I got this film, and it was only like, I don't know, what are they like, fucking 35 by 100s, like 2 of them. And they don't open, so I was like, sweet, I'm going to tint these. And I've never tinted anything in my life. And I've never wrapped anything in my life. So I was like, can't be that hard, can it? Well, actually, to be fair, I knew it was fucking difficult. So I was like, I'm going to give myself...
I told you it's difficult.
Yeah, so I gave myself the best chance in the world. I bought a tinting kit. I bought a full tint. I bought a squeegee kit. I bought razor blades. I bought every fucking scalpel known to man. I bought little spudgy tools for doing all the little intricate fucking bits and all that. So I thought I'd have a swing at this. I said to her about it. And she was like, fuck it, have a go. It's all right, but 20 quid, 40 quid for the film or something. I bought enough that I could have a couple swings at it if it didn't work. So I was like, right, fuck it.
Applying it, dick in hand.
So I get me soapy water out.
Yeah.
I spray it all up. I got my razor blade, so I scratch the fucking windows in, or scratch the windows up.
Just take everything off
every fucking thing. I did it about 3 or 4 times, got them absolutely spotless. Measured the windows. So I measured the film and I cut about, 3/4 of an inch of play either side. I got it on there, like, a squeegee. I peeled the film off. I made sure I did, because the other thing I didn't realize is it's like aluminium film. It's a really thin layer of aluminium, and that's what makes it mirrored. So it's quite tough. So like I peeled it back and I made sure I sprayed it and didn't crease it. 'Cause if you crease it, it's fucked. So I got me spray gun. I was peeling it off, sprayed it all up, lovely. Positioned it on the window. I was like, fucking hell, like.
That's all right, done that.
Fucking hell, Reg, if you want to fucking bin the podcast and the farming off, you're going to go into tinting, boy. That was it. So then I like put it all up there and I cut some relief cuts in the corners. So when you obviously push it in, it sort of folds over and it doesn't like crook up. I was like, this is nice. Anyway, so it was all going sort of well. And then, but the thing is, it was a hot day and I'm working in front of a window and I'm getting quite sweaty. So I take my top off and I'm there squeegeeing away. And I've got my one foot up on the window and the other foot's kind of on the base station for the robot Hoover. And I don't really know how to put this in a nice way. What I failed to realize is, as I'm literally like this, I can't really describe, everyone that's not watching, which is everyone but 3 of us here. I'm nearly doing the splits, but kind of spread on the windowsill and the fucking base station. I'm there cutting away and fucking this, that, and the other. And people are walking past and they give me sort of funny looks. I'm like, obviously they give me funny looks because I'm like smearing something onto a window and they can see themselves in one window, but they can't in the other. I'm going away and people are giving me some really funny looks. And I'm there and I'm just on this really intricate bit where I got the scalpel on the window, like on the top edge. And I'm just running along trying to get the nice little edge on it. And this woman walks past and with her kids and she kind of like hurries them along. And I'm like, have you ever seen a man in his fucking, like, in his pants? Just like, I basically have lost the shorts as well because I'm really sweating. I'm like, yeah, I'll just fuck off. Like, it's going to take me an hour to do this. Like, how many people have walked past? Unfortunately, I'm wearing some older Calvins.
Have they lost the elasticity?
I can see it now.
It's not that they've lost the elasticity, it's that they've rubbed through in a certain area in the scrotal zone, shall we say. So welcome to the scrotal zone. One of my stones is just hanging out the fucking boxes. And I've been there for like an hour doing one fucking window, just
neighborhood
with a fucking plum hanging out the fucking boxes.
They're showing brain to children.
Oh, he's just hanging a fucking herring.
Cold water through the door.
Yeah.
Literally like a drop lollipop just hanging down. A couple of hairy brain. So yeah, I soon realised that, went and put some shorts on. And yeah, I don't know what level of autism you need to have, whether it's trains, planes or automobiles, to actually do window tinting.
Oh, it's so fucking hard.
Mate, it's just like, it's one of those jobs where it's just like, the easy bit is putting it on. And you're like, fuck, this is epic. And then you're like, I've got to do the really fiddly bit of cutting it now. And the problem is using a scalpel. And because it's got that aluminium coating on it, no, it's all right. But it blunts the blade really quickly. So you can get like half a run done before it starts to snag. And then I'm like, oh, done half a run. I'll just go from the bottom up and the 2 lines don't meet.
And they don't meet.
And so
you get the rebar out and the mallet.
You smash it in. So I'll put it on. You can have a look at it later. I mean, for anyone else that would see it, they would be like, is that the first time you've done tinted windows? That's really good. But me, I'm a perfectionist. And any time I try something for the first time, I immediately need to be amazing at it. So the first one's a bit all right. There's like a feather of light that comes through on one edge where the lines haven't met, and the corner's not quite perfect. And on the other one, there's a couple of little dots of something that's gotten on there that's a bit fucking queer. And she was like, it's amazing. It looks so good. And I'm stood there looking at it like, fucking shit. I'm going to fucking peel that shit off and have another go. I'm fucking, oh no, fuck it, leave it. And I came in the next morning, I was looking at it and I was like, it's not bad. I can live with it. But if it starts to peel up, I'll strip it off. But I was like, there must be an easy way to do this. There's got to be an easy way to do this. And then I remembered, and then like, you just hark back to when you saw the builders fitting them. And I was like,
they come out, don't they?
all I need to do is take those 4 bits of fucking beading off and the whole unit pops out, and I could have done this whole job on the fucking table, got it right into the edges, and then put the beading over the top. You wouldn't even say the fucking stupid lines! And I would have to struggle in the corners, freehanding it with a scalpel, and then with a scalpel trying to cut the fucking corners in. And she's like, oh, you would have never made a surgeon. I'm like, hey, you shut the fuck up! Sweat pouring down my face there with a scalpel over my head, shaking, bleeding from my fingers where I've already cut myself 10 fucking times.
Nuts hanging out.
You got a kid outside going, Mummy, what's that man doing?
Why is that man covered in blood with his balls out screaming at his wife? Oh,
you did a better job than me. So in the merch room, which was my room for me, with all my collectibles and antique shit, I bought some UV film.
Oh, to stop everything fading. Like,
yeah. So I haven't stuck it to anything. I've sellotaped it to the window.
Wow, that is commitment to being a cunt.
Did it look all right?
No, it looks horrendous. But nothing's getting faded.
You were saying we were looking for a tax dodge on the podcast. I'll build the show $4,000 to come around and do it.
Let's go.
So that was fucking, oh God. Put it this way, anyone that does window tinting or wrapping or anything, I take my hat off to you.
Oh, mate, it's another level.
That is some straight up Lego autism that you need to do that job. Fuck that shit.
But they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, you see those videos, don't you, on like TikTok and Instagram of boys just slapping fat fucking wraps up and just running a free hand. I'm there with a fucking credit card trying to keep me blade straight, running down the beading like, oh, that's going to look great. And then I like squeegee it all in. I'm like, that is shit, bruv.
So when I got my my car windows tinted before, and I took it there, and it's like some old dingy fucking shed.
It always is.
And I pulled it in, and I was like, do you need me to get it? He's like, no, we're done in a minute. I was like, oh, okay.
Fucking that sounds so fun. While you wait.
Yeah.
Straight through, Shag.
And they literally chucked the fucking tint. There's 4 of them. Chuck the tint on. I think they could speak about 4 words of English between the 4 of them.
Yes,
you
no,
know
breath.
it. You know you're getting a good job when it's like that.
And then they literally just like run the knife along, pushed it out. Done. I was like, give me the fucking knife. I can do this. What? I've just paid you like fucking 200 quid. I could do that. Easy. Apparently not.
No, it is. Trust me.
So I won't bother.
It is such a skill.
Oh, it really, it looks so easy. I knew, like, when I looked at the corners, I was like, that's going to be a cunt. And I was like, that's just a straight run. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's just everything's really, you think you like go along it, you're like, oh, that's really nice, cut that. And you realise you haven't cut fuck all. All you've done is cut the rubber of the fucking window beading. Oh, she was like, if it's too much hassle, don't worry about it. Turn around with a scalpel like, you shut up now. That's enough from you. One more word. Yeah, it looks all right. You can have a look at it later and see what you think. It's not like, anyone that walks past would be like, oh, nice to me. I'm like, it's not good enough. Burn it.
Lovely balls.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was all right. I went to Wagamama's for the first time last night. Never been before. Is
that the noodle place?
It was like kind of Asian fusion. Yeah.
Oh, hurrah! You want some noodles? What you want?
Yeah. If you pick up the little steel fork that's in the tray, they're like, you disrespect my family. Yeah, it was good. It was weird. Like, you don't book, you just queue. It's like kind of like American. What? Yeah, you don't book, you just queue. Yeah. So we did, to be fair.
Did you have to sit on the floor as well? Take your shoes off on the way in?
Yeah, sit on a little pillow with your legs crossed.
So yeah, like, it was all right. It was nice. It's like just open, so it's a bit like carnage because nobody really knows what they're doing. But I sort of sat there and I was sort of looking at all these waitresses and I was like, it is quite the variant of in here. It's like,
not very authentic.
Well, no, what I thought was I was sort of sat there eating me food, looking around. I was like, it's the wait staff in here. It's like The Sims. It's like it's like on every single person's, they've scrolled one of the things up to max. I was like, look at that long titty bitch.
Them eyebrows are huge.
Yeah, literally some girl come in with waitress that was serving us, had a load of shit in her face and earrings and these massive great lashes. And I was like, that's interesting. And then this really tall ginger girl came past. I was like, you Amazonian motherfucker, look at you. There was this great big blower that went past. I'm like, it's like somebody's done The Sims and they're all the scrollers are in the center, but one of them they've just gone. Look at your massive feet. What you doing?
Just never ask how to use the chopsticks.
No, I'm pretty well versed in them.
I wasn't.
Oh right. Did they look at you like scum?
Yeah, and she was authentic as well.
Oh,
So I've gone in and
Jack, can I have a fork or?
I picked the chopsticks up.
I think she probably saw that as because I'm Asian. I have to teach you.
Stereotypical.
I snapped them apart and I was like, drumsticks? And I went, how the fuck do I use this? Because I've got them in my fingers like all cack-handed. Like,
Yeah.
take my strong hand. And she's going, no. I was like, well, then show me. And she's put it in her hand. She's going,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And I'm trying to fuck around with them. And she's like, no, you're not using them correctly. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go McDonald's. Fuck this.
I'm out.
Just wraps the back of your hand with a
Fuck
ruler.
your noodles.
Yeah, and I was with someone at the time. I was with a girl I was talking to, and she was like, why have you embarrassed us? I was like, fuck off. Just fuck off.
Yeah, it's
I'm English. I use a knife and fork.
Yeah.
it was good, man. I really enjoyed it. It was an experience. I won't lie. Luckily, like me and the wife are like pretty well good with chopsticks. We're big into our sushi and that. So yeah, I know we're those cunts. Like but yeah, she was using these chopsticks, and I was like, "You're all right." Like she looked like she was struggling a bit, and I was like, "Well, she doesn't struggle. We're both really good with chopsticks." And she was like, "Don't like these chopsticks, and it's not as good as ours."
Cheap.
We've got our own ones at home. We've got a really nice, if they're like actual Japanese chopsticks that we bought that we use for like Chinese and Japanese food. She was like, I might bring mine next time. These are fucking
Cheap shit.
She just goes, these are fucking awful. I was like, I think I've reached a point in my life where I need to think, how the fuck have I got here? But
What did you have?
I had a yakisoba, which was nice, which was it's basically
It's a bit like a Toyota Corolla, right? With soy sauce.
Bean sprouts, noodles, chicken and shrimp, which was really nice, and then she with some not duck spring rolls. They were sort of duck balls that were battered, but in a really nice batter that was quite light. And then she had, I don't know, some rice. I thought, and she was like, I've got the rice thing. It was in quite a deep bowl, and I'm not that good with chopsticks. Eating rice out of a bowl.
Well, a minute ago you were like, top.
I am really good,
yeah,
but like I haven't the fucking time for eating rice out of a bowl, a deep bowl with chopsticks when you're going in at a very steep angle of attack with the chopstick to get the rice from the bottom of this
just
deep
like
bowl.
it's
very difficult to sort of hold it on the chopstick and bring it up to your mouth. So it was like 3 grains at a time, and I was like, yeah, you done fucked up here, bruv.
and then I've got like normal cutlery.
Yeah, you can have. They've got the fork, haven't they? They've got a fork in the like condiment tray. It's like the naughty fork. If you are a mongoloid,
And they make you walk to the front to get it. Pick up your fuck and fuck off.
they bring it over and it's great. So the fork off shit.
I'm going to bring my own spoon.
They come up, put a little dunce hat on you, and they're like,
If you have like the ramen or whatever, you got like a little sort of ladle to slurp the fucking.
Yeah, but it's like a not very deep spoon.
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
quite shallow, but you just
usually ceramic.
It's quite funny though, really, isn't it? Because you like it chopsticks to eat. Japanese and sort of Asian culture is very sort of fast food. You go in, you sit down, you eat, you leave. It's not like we sit around, we talk, we drink a few beers, we wait for this. It's very much like in and out, very efficient. But yet they make you eat fucking rice with chopsticks, which I can assure you is not the most efficient way to eat rice. Yeah, I managed to really embarrass myself as well, and
That doesn't sound like you. Do you get your balls out again?
I sort of realised that I'd become, that age. I've realised I'd basically become my dad. We sat down, absolutely packed restaurant, and I just sort of finished me dinner, and I'd halfway through my beer, had a little sip, and I sort of leant back, and I let out one of those yawns. I went, and I was like. She looked at me like, what the fuck? I was like, did I just do a dad yawn in the middle of a restaurant? All these people around me looking at me, and I've just been like, oh, oh dear, oh fucking hell. And I was like, oh, we just pissed ourselves. Right?
What's the fucking bill?
You have the finger flicking in the air.
Le Quenta.
I don't know about your old man, but like my old man yawns in the most extreme way possible. It's like a full production.
Yeah.
It's a act 1, there's an act 2, there is an interlude where you can get snacks. And he just goes, and that is exactly what I did in the middle of a fucking restaurant without realising it.
Our dad has like a crescendo at the end. He goes,
And the
just has this really scream.
and the dogs go, oh! Yeah, so that was a turning point in my life, and she was just like, that was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's why she was asking me about divorces earlier.
Have you ever been to Yo Sushi?
Yeah, man, I love Yo Sushi.
one with
Not
like
like it's not my favourite sushi place, but it's like it's good in a pinch.
Have you been to one with like the...
Yeah, with the conveyor.
This is like a treadmill, basically, is
Yeah.
what I call it. Yeah, I broke one of them.
How the fuck? Those things are industrial. They're all like milled pieces of aluminium.
Well,
I got on it, thought I was doing like
Yeah.
5k.
This is well slow.
We've gone in and I ordered. I say ordered. You sort of you have to pick your stuff off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, it just.
I don't like sushi. I was just in there for the sake of it with someone.
I wanted to see the conveyor.
Yeah, and I didn't like it, but I felt really intimidated by the lady that was serving us. So she's come over and I had like a full tray of food. So what I did,
In the little bowl with the plastic.
yeah. So I lifted the conveyor belt and put the bowl under it.
Oh my god!
And it stopped working. I was like, I'm going home now.
Wasn't me.
You lifted the conveyor belt.
Yeah, this little tray. Like it's like it is like a treadmill thing.
I know exactly what you're.
Yeah, I just sort of like picked it up and I was like, oh, we're going.
Derailed.
Under, and I just chucked everything
In
underneath it.
what world?
I don't know.
Did you think I know I must lift the conveyor belt on to deposit my empty dish or whatever?
everything.
Well, no, it was full. I didn't want to eat it. 'Cause I
You
don't
just should have
like
put it back
sushi.
on the top.
It's a great thing of disrespect.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be shamed for not eating the sushi. So I was like, you know what? It would look lovely under the conveyor belt.
You're not in Coyote Ugly ordering water.
All the authentics in the middle making it. You're like, well, I don't like to make a scene. Lift the conveyor belt off, the alarms go off. All the other 400 people around you waiting for that little bit of fucking geyser to come round, and you're like, oh no.
I've done the typical thing of it stopped working, and I looked at it. The woman come over, and I was like, "Who the fuck put that under there? What dickhead put this?"
Mr. Bean in the restaurant.
Stupid Englishman.
But then I had the bowl still, so I was like, "It was delicious until the fucking belt stopped working."
So very yummy, yes. Oh, gracias.
Get the bill, we're fucking leaving.
Oi, Shag, La Quenta.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I've never been into a Yo Sushi since. Oh, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Oh, right then. I think we better cut to a break and go get a drink of the week, which is going to be interesting. But before we do, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode, a live tune-in, Marlon. Oh, how hard is it to find a decent tuner in this day and age?
It is like people.
It's a
me
minefield.
personally, I've travelled 6 hours to just go and get my car tuned, and it was well worth it because there are so many people in the middle of everywhere putting generic flash remaps, tuning the car up with shit fucking maps.
That's all right, mate. I'll meet you in the car park and do it.
Yeah, no.
No.
We do popcorn and stage 2, Shag. Fuck off with your stages.
Oh, Perko, you want a crackle map, mate? Yeah, no. What you need is a decent and reliable, well-versed, and someone with a great track record, which is a live tune-in. These guys are the creator of the 320 brake horsepower
Lose my mind.
TD5 Defender, 741 Newton meters of torque.
Definitely pulls like a train.
Pulls like a train shag.
Yeah.
That thing's going to turn the earth the wrong way if you drop the clutch too heavy.
That is obscene.
These guys, they don't do flash maps and they don't do this, that, and the other. It's no just nonsense. These are the guys, a live tuning, make bespoke tuning files. So no lay-by and car park tuning nonsense. There's no bullshit with them. What you get is what you want. Tuning, they've been tuning for nearly 2 decades. They've got huge amounts of track record in the game. They've got a 4x4 rolling road, and they've got their own range of Defender and Discovery performance parts, including intercooler, suspension, turbo, hoses, and exhaust. So it is a one-stop shop for all your boosty boy needs. They have I've got approved dealers all across the UK, and you can get a 10% discount on all remaps by quoting ITDH. That is 10%, Marlon, not 70, not 60, not 80, 10%.
I didn't say anything.
95.
Martin actually messaged me that because he was like, I know what he's like, the fucker. He'll try and give too much away. A live tuning, these guys are absolutely fantastic. Like I've mentioned before, I was in a bit of a pinch recently where I needed a TD5 ECU really, really quickly. And I got in touch.
Triple N or no?
Yeah, Triple M. It was what that. I didn't know any of this shit. I messaged them and they were like, "What is it? What do you need?" And I was like, "Show me the numbers on the back of it." I was like, showed it to him. He's like, "Do you want a spicy one or do you want a real spicy one?" I was like, "One that isn't going to make it go bang." He was like, "Oh, don't worry, none of ours make it go bang. You can have a spicy one." Yeah, and these guys, they are fantastic. They literally, what they don't know about Land Rovers isn't worth knowing. The stuff that they can do is fantastic. And it's not just Land Rovers they do all remaps on all cars. They've been in the game for, like I said, 2 decades. They are absolutely well-versed in every part of the tuning world. You know, rolling roads and all that, that kind of stuff's invaluable when it comes to remapping stuff, isn't it?
You can see exactly what the engine's doing, where it's happy, where it's unhappy.
Yeah. And that was the thing. When I messaged them saying I need an ECU, they weren't just like, "Oh, who's an ECU, mate?" It was like, right, how many miles has the car done? What year is it? What mods has it got? Has it got an EGR? Has it got this? Has it got that? And I just literally gave them a list of stuff that it did or didn't have. And they're like, right, cool. We can build something specifically for you.
Yeah.
No fucking worries, mate. The thing is, with the experience that they've got in TD5s, they know exactly what you need in that respect. So a massive shout out to a live tune from a personal point of view, having dealt with them. Absolutely sound guys. They are fantastic. If you go into LRO this year, the LRO show, pop by and see them, tell them they're scumbags. They know the score. Yeah, so all of your car remapping and tuning needs, a big up, a live tuning. Check them out. The link's in the episode description. Link is in the bio. And use ITDH for 10% off your remaps. Right, we're going to go and get drinking a week. And we'll be back shortly. We love you long time. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, we're recording. You're just looking at me dancing. I'm like, come on, Brett. And we're back. Time for Drink of the Week. Marlon, what have we got? And who brought it to us?
Right. So this is called the Rodney.
Yep.
And this is
You plonker.
from the club Charlie works at.
Right. Okay. This terrifies me in of itself. It's very...
Is there anything to add to that?
It's called the Rodney.
Not really.
I bet the barmaids fucking hate making it.
Oh, yeah. But the problem is, everyone drinks this.
Really?
So this is the most sold drink at the club.
So, have you got... Does it tell you in the marketing bullshit what it is or not?
I just want to say, Meg wrote this. Our sister wrote this. So last night, it's just like, is this okay? I was like, no, rewrite it again, please. So I was trying to get her to add everything in, but with like a bit of a... So if it's shit, it's not my problem.
Does it tell you what it is?
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
It does, right.
It does,
okay, so without any further ado, Marlon, can you please read the marketing bullshit?
The Brush, home of Rodney for many, many years.
Home of Rodney.
Rodneys have become a staple of the Brush Night Out experience. Based off a simple snake bite. Rodney's fruity taste is what makes it a drink loved by all. Hundreds of Rodneys are made and sold each night by the bar staff, who also enjoy drinking them. A simple yet classic cocktail loved by all. A Rodney is made with 4 simple ingredients. First, a shot of Wholesale's finest blackcurrant cordial.
Wholesale's?
Not Ribena Shag. A tropical VK, which is commonly referred to as a holiday in a bottle. It's then topped up with cold crisp cider and Brush's own exported lager, which you've brought down Brewdog. Cold fucking bear.
I'm sorry. It wasn't me. Blame Mr. Wank Puffin. It's not my fault.
Mr. Wank Puffin, I'm fucking disappointed, Shag.
Right, I think calling this a cocktail is a bit of a stretch, I won't lie. But I mean, I'm open to
Definition of a cocktail?
yeah, to be fair, I'm open to all experiences.
It smells really good.
It looks how it should look.
Yeah.
I'm-
God, it just smells of nightclub.
That smells.
One, I've never made one of these, and two, I've never drunk one either.
Right.
So this is the first time ever.
Oh, you'll see what we
I've been
reckon of the Rodney.
All right, okay. Are we going?
Oh, fuck me.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how it's meant to
Jesus,
taste.
Mary, Mother of God. I can see how they go. You said Sid, that they're going to go down really
They go
well.
easy, don't they?
Oh,
It's a night-hander.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mm.
I start off, it's a naked then.
Ah, that's really nice.
Now imagine having a bunch of shots, Jaeger bombs, everything, and then drinking them.
Yeah.
It's just easy.
The worst part is, and the smoking area is at the front of the club, out the front.
Oh, right.
So usually at the end of the night, you go out, when I go to my van to go home, there's always a puddle of sick. And it's always that colour. Or green. So I was going to bring another drink.
I thought I was going to bring some sick to show you.
This is my doggy bag. So there's another one called the Weed Killer.
Oh,
Right. These, how much are these? Like £8-9?
Something like that, yeah.
are they? Fucking hell.
So you wait.
Yeah, you wait.
The Weed Killer is £21.70.
In a pint.
Yeah, for a pint, and it is like
Are you
bright
allowed
green.
to serve that? Like, legally?
I
What
don't
the
know.
fuck?
And it
What are they
is-
going to do? Sack them?
Yeah,
There are no rules in the southeast.
and it is a mix of about 7 spirits.
Oh.
They just go up to the
Yeah.
pumps and just
And it-
all on every single one of
Usually,
them.
it is one and done. That is it. You have one, and it's game over. No one. I don't really see many people drinking them. And if you do, you're going to be out in about 5 minutes. Right? Get the door ready.
So if you
It's gonna be
order
dragged
one,
out.
you put a yellow band on them so you can
Yeah.
identify them in
know.
the crowd.
Yeah, so you either see a puddle of red sick for the Rodney or green sick for the Weed Killer. But these are they're
What part
fucking.
of the world are you from? This is madness.
But I think the one of the bar staff made this years ago, and it is as long as the club has been going.
This is
This has been
A staple.
the drink that everyone buys. You go in there, and there's a whole documentary about the club. I'll show you after. But they've done because they've been going 40 years.
holy fuck.
And then before that, they were called something different, but it was still the same owner. So they just had their 40-year anniversary, and they done like a documentary about it. And it basically everyone that they record, because they recorded it on a night out. Someone had come in and recorded people on a night out, and everyone was going, "Yeah, we fucking love the Rodneys." and that is pretty much it. Everyone drinks a Rodney.
That's
When you hear the name of the club, you just think Rodney.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's what everyone knows.
I
it
love
as.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love, like, you know, it's got its own sort
Yeah.
of, you know, of
got its
world.
own drink,
It's got
hasn't
its
it?
own universe around it.
So
Like,
I
it's got its
think-
own lore.
It's based around Only Fools and Horses. So you got Rodney, Del Boy, Cassandra. There's a couple of other. I did have a fucking cocktail list I didn't bring with me.
And this
that
is just
I
a
got given.
bestseller like that.
Yeah. And this is.
I
one
can
of the best
understand
ones,
why.
so.
It tastes fucking...
It's so easy.
I mean, it's banging. It's really good. When I saw it, I was like, this looks like some cloudy Red Bull shit. But and we're actually, for the listeners, we're actually drinking it out of plastic pint glasses.
Which are from the club.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I think your man who owns the place, he's probably stitching everyone up a kipper because there's no way in fucking hell that is a pint glass. But you know, everyone is getting charged for a pint. That is like 473 mil.
And you've all now got chlamydia from the,
It's
the cups.
ingrained in the micro
Yeah.
fractures in the plastic.
But honestly, the things you see with these cups, and where you find these cups,
I'd
and they're
imagine.
just washed and drinking again.
Yeah, that's what I do. Anything- 60 degrees kills most things, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not AIDS.
But
gotta-
before we go on to anything, actually, do you want to do your bit? Sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to do
was
my...
gonna do the
I was
rating.
going to do the rating, that was all. But
You jumped
Okay.
towards it, didn't you?
Sorry, no.
you're just going to fucking learn to... we're
on.
going to go... what are we saying there, Marlon? For
I love it.
the rod... I'm
It's
all
so
about
easy,
it.
like-
I'm all about it. I might have to introduce this down here, bring it over to
Yeah.
the southwest.
buy fucking the VKs in bulk.
Fuck it, yeah. We'll just
maybe
Shag,
put Ribena.
I'm going to bring out the wholesaler. Fuck them. No.
Get a couple of crates in.
Yeah, bosh. Yeah, I'm for the Rodney is a 5, mate.
Yeah.
It's fucking epic.
I'm with you there, mate.
You can always tell if we like a drink because if we rate it a 5 and it all gets a 5, you know, that's great. But if we really, really like it, we'll put what we're drinking aside and drink this first, and then everything else is like.
If I don't like it, I just put it up there.
Okay. I can see Marlon has this this exact movement that's ingrained into my brain over the last 180 episode, which is this. Yeah, right. Well, I'm not. Anyway, just turns back around and carries on with the show. Like, move that out of my eyeline and never want to see it again. Anyway, yeah. So, what are you boys rating it?
I'm going 5.
I'm
never
going
had
5. I've always had it. It's
Look at someone I knew you
It's
were
easy to
5.
drink.
That is the full 5, the magic full 5.
You gotta give him that hawk to it.
For the Rodney. So, big up. Is it the Brush? The club, the Brush. Big up the Brush for the Rodney.
Mr. Wank Puffin.
Also, not going to lie, wild name for a fucking club, the Brush.
Well, it's called the Pink Toothbrush.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's even fucking weirder.
But
And it's got on the what is it? The picture of at the front is a naked woman on a pink toothbrush.
Wow. It's my kind of place.
Well, you know, sex sells.
But with
As
that,
does dental hygiene.
I have brought some memorabilia for you both.
way!
No
fucking way!
Yes.
Oh, shit! I've got a pink toothbrush fucking insulated mug. Oh, brev.
Some stickers.
No
There you go.
way.
That's the sign that's on it.
Holy shit. I feel fucking privileged. All I need now is...
I know you smoke.
No way.
A lighter.
That is fucking brilliant.
you sell fucking merch at the club. This is unreal.
And also, this is original carpet from 40 years ago.
No.
That's a fire hazard.
Holy shit.
Just don't look at them. Or smell them.
Yeah. The colour difference.
It's like-
Same bit of carpet.
Oh, wow.
Give it a sniff. Give it a sniff. Give it a sniff.
Smell it, Reg. Smell it.
Shut up. They do not sell these in there.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
On my wardrobe, I've got it's like a little plaque, and in it it's got just sniffed it.
What has this got orange bits in it? It looks like a cattle marker.
Don't ask. So I thought we'd bring some memorabilia
Oh,
down
boys,
for you both.
thank you so much.
But
This is
also-
epic.
Also,
Hey. Oh, you
some
fucking
merch as well.
legends.
Thank you
The
very
brothers
much.
are blind. Thank you so much.
Hell of a fucking embroidery on that.
Yeah,
one.
big up to your man that does the embroidery on there. That's
3D embroidery.
Yeah, that's no smart.
3D neon
Yeah,
section.
this is very smart.
Yeah.
Well, thank you ever so much, boys.
Well, you
That
don't
is,
have to wear 'em if you don't want.
I'm going to in a minute. I've got my headphones on. This is epic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you mainly for introducing us to the Rodney,
Yeah.
for the bits of carpet, and for the other fucking various bits.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it's very
Well,
kind of you.
The lighter I gave you is from my van. Okay. So they sell them for
What's it called?
they sell-
Door pocket
Yeah,
trash.
yeah, that's fucking door
So
trash.
they-
Footwell trash.
So that's got some experience behind it. Because if it's
seen some
every
things,
time I go in, I end up leaving all the lighters in the van and then go in. They sell the lighters for like £1.
Be
So I'm like,
fair,
I'll
yeah,
just pick one
that's,
up.
that's genius. So if you're in a
Yeah.
club, you sell lighters for £1. You're
Yeah.
quids.
So I'll pick one up and then every night I put it back in the van. And I've used many a lighter to cuddle people with. So that may have been one that's been in
Someone's mouth.
some golf punching. So allegedly. Yeah, allegedly, yeah. So
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
hell. Well, boys, thank you so much.
that's all right.
Right, and before we get back into the episode, a massive shout out, Marlon. You're going to need Ring That Bell. It's a new sponsor alert. New sponsor alert. Big up to Devon Clay Days. Boy, you better listen up. Simulated game shooting that does away with the ponce that other shoots do. It's held on a family farm in Devon. If you fancy coming down and enjoying a day at Devon Clay Days, you can enjoy a solid sausage sandwich for breakfast, homemade cakes midway through the day, and a banging 2-course meal at the Ring of Bells after. They do 4 drives a day, which usually starts off with like a team flush. So that generally sorts out the week from the strong. So you can just get all the piss taken done and rip your mates for who can't hit a barn door with a banjo at 10 yards. And then it's more onto more sort of traditional sim targets. Refreshments, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, are available throughout the day. They use all Bowman traps down there, so there's no issue with cheap Chinese traps like I've got, with no birds stopping and starting, breakdowns and the like. They also do mini, midi, and standard clay targets, which keeps everything varied. So, you know, you're not doing a full-size clay at 5 yards. They'll send up some minis and some middies to keep it spicy, man. If you're
keep it interesting.
You know, for running full chokes like me, I want to be smashing minis at, like, you know, distance. I'm joking, I can't hit shit. Guys, you're looking at sort of 400 to 500 cartridges per person for a day. So it's a fair old shoot.
That's a hell of a day.
That's a good day. So bring a couple of slabs. You know, really, if you want to send it hard, they've told me that the most that one person's ever shot is 853 in a day. So it's kind of down.
Shoulder would be hanging.
It's kind of down to you how much you want to shoot. You know, it's all up to you. The next shoot they've got is the 11th of August. So the guys at Devon Clay Days have offered our listeners it at £150 a person, which
that's
is
cheap for a day.
Cheap. All of that's included. So you've got you know, breakfast. You've got a two course meal at the end of the day. You've got drinks. It's all included for £150 a day, which is incredible. That's for the 11th of August. At the time of recording, there are 6 spaces left on that day, but there are multiple days throughout the year. So all you need is to get in touch with Devon Clay Days if you're looking to sort out something corporate or just having a crap with the boys. I've actually been in touch with them for sorting out some sort of little
I've also been talking to
maybe a little doggo shoot. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, so you know, Devon Clay Days, they're an honest shoot ran by a genuine team that aren't out to make £1 million. Instead, they're more interested in putting on a fantastic experience for an affordable price. I've been in touch with a few sim day people, and they're like, "Oh, it's this much." I'm like, "Yeah, same." They're like, "Yeah, plus cartridges," and I'm like, "Brev, nah, nah." You know, leave your tweed at home, leave your tasseled socks at home. These guys aren't worried about any of that. There's none of the.
We just want to have some fun.
There's none of the clickiness. You know, if you want to turn up with, you know, all the plastic guns that we have.
What you turned up with earlier.
Yeah, if you want to turn up,
you look like you'd just been dragged out of a hedge.
Exactly. If you want to turn up
all plastic guns
with a plastic synergy, no one's going to judge you. You're going to have a grand old time, and that's always been my thing with sim days. People are always like, "Oh, come to this, come to that." Oh, but you need to dress right. I'm like,
fuck off.
I'm not going to go out and spend 200 quid on
to look like a fucking paedophile.
That's the thing. Devon Clay Days are here for the masses, and I think that shooting is moving in a different direction nowadays of people like myself and you, Marlon, who just want to turn up on the day and shoot in shorts and a t-shirt, you know, and just have a great old time and are not worried about the tweed and the check shirts and the tasseled socks and the Le Chameau wellies, you know. My money's as green as just as green as everyone else's. So if I want to turn up and have a good time in my jeans and my Air Force Ones.
I was going to say, my Air Force Ones are really comfortable. So
yeah, get in touch with the guys down at Devon Clay Days. They're located in between Tiverton and Crediton. You just need a license and obviously basic insurance, i.e. BASC, etc. required. But yeah, these are the guys that can hook you up. So a big up to Devon Clay Days. What an epic sponsor to have on the show.
It fits perfectly with us.
It does, exactly. I'm so happy that they've sought us out and, you know, wanted to get involved. So big up to them. Shout out to them at Devon Clay Days. The link's in the episode description, links in the bio. 11th of August is their next shoot. There's 6 spaces left, £150 a person. Get in there, treat yourself, because if you don't, I fucking will. Right. Right. Back into the episode, Marilanis. I'm just going to carry on with my, what was it? The don't tell me, the Rodney. I was about to call it the Jeffrey then. Jeffrey! Diego! Sweaty! Right.
Right, Charlie. Right.
I done fucked him up now.
Diego, how long have you been... Charlie, so you've spoken about the club a little bit.
Yeah.
How long have you been bouncing?
Overall,
yeah.
Since I was 18?
18?
Late 18, 19, something like that.
Did you look like Sid when you were 18, 19?
No.
No, I was going to say, because if you did, Sid, no offence, I'd have just walked over you.
I guess so.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate that. Bring you a load of drink. Be real nice.
Fuck off with you, Rodney, now.
I hope you're fucking drowning it.
Yeah, since I was about 19.
And how old are you now? No, don't be rude.
27.
20, you're 27?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be fucked.
Why would you think I was like 35?
Paper
Well,
round.
no, I don't mean he looks old. I just mean like, I thought he could knock me out. I never thought I could be knocked out by anyone younger than me. No, I feel
It's
like
just the hairline and the beard. That's
Well,
all it is.
you look like a fucking unit shag. That's what it. That's all it is.
Someone thought I was Sid's dad a couple of weeks ago. Well, like some girl that he went to school with. So she came out of the club and she was like, oh, just talking to Sid, and then she went, oh, you must be Sid's dad. I was like, fuck off.
I'm not being funny. If you'd have told me that, I'd have been like, yep. This is my son. I'd be like, yeah. Sid, you got a very youthful face, Charlie. You look like you could tear my face off. So I'd be like, yep, that's.
I think it's more the beard.
It's a beard, the tattoos, your general build. You look like you could
Hairline.
you look like you could knock out a fucking horse. So
no, I get it all the time. But it's people always ask me, "Oh, how old are you then?" I'm like, "How old do you think?" 35. I'm like, no.
When someone says that, you don't answer the question because you get you in trouble.
Yeah.
So you've been bouncing for 9 years then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you obviously worked. Have you worked all over, or have you just? Yeah, I mean, in places you worked in.
So I started in the town where the club is, in a pub, and then I went. I done a few like events for a company.
Fuck that. I can imagine.
It weren't too bad,
No?
but then I don't know. Do you know what a YMCA is? Not the song.
Yeah, the young. What was it? Young Man's Christian Association.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Oh, I don't know.
Sex club, isn't it?
No, it's the Young Man's Christian Association.
It's like yeah, pretty much. It was like a youth housing.
Yeah,
centre.
Yeah.
So there would be anyone sort of 15 and under that would live there, and I'd do the night shift there. And
On the door.
well, no, I'd just sit in the office, and I'd have to like patrol round.
Oh, so
at
your
night.
main job is to stop them killing each other, fucking each other, or taking too many drugs.
Yeah. So I had it one night. One of the fire alarms went off, which is one of the emergency doors.
Oh, fire alarms! I thought you said one of the firearms went off. I was like,
Oh, we keep guns in here.
you got guns?
Fire alarm.
Cool.
And,
It's a bit like Waco.
So I've gone upstairs because it basically in the office I had like a big TV and it had all the floors on the cameras.
Yeah.
And I've gone upstairs because I see the door open and I could see one of the kids or two of them arguing. It was a boy and a girl and they were supposedly together and they were arguing with each other. So I've gone running upstairs and it's one of the ones at night where all the hallway lights are off until you walk into it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I've gone running up, and then by the time I got there, the girl had run off out the emergency door,
Right.
fucked off somewhere. I don't know. It's in Southend, so I didn't really care. And then the other one had locked himself in his room, and he was screaming. I was like, what do I do here? So I'd rung like the manager of the place. I said, well, he's screaming inside of his room. What do you want me to do here? There's obviously like a safeguarding act in place. So I know I had a key for each car, for each room. And he said, just go in and make sure he's all right. So I've opened the door up and he's sitting under the window against the radiator with a pair of plastic scissors against his wrist. He's like, I'm going to do it. I was like, what, you're going to fucking make paper mache? What? Put the fucking scissors down. He's like, she's left me. I was like, don't worry. You're like 15. Don't worry, she's fucked off.
Just take
You're
the
right.
scissors.
He was a slag anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, and things like
Plastic
that.
scissors, the thought that
Yeah,
counts.
and they were like light blue ones with the little air bubbles in. But he'd snapped them in half, so he just had one half, but he had the blunt side.
Should have been like, I'll sit here while you do it, mate. It's going to take you a couple hours.
So yeah, that was one of them. And then I worked around like a few pubs in the area, and then I went out. Do you know where Brentwood is?
I know of it. I've not been there, but I know
Sort of
you're on about.
near the edge of London.
Yeah.
So I worked there. I ran a couple of doors there for a few years. I guess it's a bit tasty around there.
Yeah.
And then back into the town we're in. And I've been there for nearly 7 years.
Oh, so it's a good number then if you've been there that long.
Yeah, I've been there for a while. I had a break. I had about a year break when my badge ran out and I didn't renew it. I was going to give it up. And then I ended up going up there anyway to help. And I was just doing like the clicker. So when people come in, I was doing the clicker. And when it was kicking off, there was only one of the other doormen that I knew. He was the only sort of decent one on the team. Whenever it was kicking off, I was helping him anyway.
I was there anyway.
Yeah. So I was helping him out. And then basically went puff and was like, do you want to come back? I was like, yes, but I've got to do a fucking top-up course, and it's like now 500-600 quid. So they sorted all that for me. I'm back there now.
Yeah, well, it speaks to your character, though, doesn't it? If they're willing to sort of, help you out with that, then they obviously want you and know that you're a decent guy. But like, you've obviously been doing it a while now. So how have you have you seen stuff change? Like, you've seen the industry change? Because I'm not being funny, but when I go to, Weatherspoons is a classic observation. I go in there and like, there's a bouncer on the door and I'm like, bruv, what are you doing with that armband? If I call you the wrong pronoun, I think you're going to cry. Fuck off. He's like that meme, innit, with the bloke with the sunken chin. It's like, hey, leave her alone. Like, bruv, shut up.
Yeah, I think is now, without sounding horrible, you get a lot of them through job centres.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, they basically get given a badge to get a job. So you get all of them that work on sort of clubs. There's one company in general that they work for, and it's a big old company, so they cover a lot of doors.
Yeah.
And it's always the same people, and they literally couldn't.
They're not worth a wank.
They couldn't run a bath if they tried.
Yeah.
So and they're fine. They're nice enough people when you speak to them, but
it's no good. That's you're not there to be fucking nice, mate.
Yeah.
You're there to sort shit out. That's what your job is.
But then obviously you come across people that, if it kicks off, they're like, I'll just start fucking hitting people. I'm like, well, no.
Again, that's not...
Your first point is try and talk to people. And if that fails, then you start golf bashing. But
golf bashing.
But no, most of the time you can talk someone down. And it helps if you look a bit scary. So
put the plastic scissors down.
Yeah. So, no, you get a lot of shirt fillers through. We've had a load at the club.
I imagine.
Which they've turned up. Well, I think we sent... 3 weeks ago, we sent one of the female doormen home. We have one female doorman now because the police wanted a female doorman on search. There was loads of stuff that sort of happened, and the police got involved, and they said, we want a female doorman on there to try and de-escalate things, because if a woman's involved, the blokes are less likely to kick off, which doesn't fucking work.
No, they just think they can run all over them.
Yeah, so it's basically...
Just grab a titty and crack on. We're not being funny.
Take me out for dinner, baby.
Yeah, and then I think she turned up, and basically, as you go into the club, we've got a long corridor to get in. And then at the end of the corridor, you've got your double doors, which is actually the main part of the nightclub. Yeah. So on either side of that door, we've got like a little platform, like a shelving bit. And we do the searches there. So you go in, you pay, you go get searched, which some people are like, yeah, well, you're paying first, and then you're getting searched.
Well, like, if you're bringing something in, you shouldn't be trying to get in anyway.
So she after an hour, she came out. She said, "Can I speak to the head doorman?" So we've gone over and spoke to her, and she said, "It's the worst establishment for security." I was like, "All right, okay. Why?" She said, "Well, where you're searching." I was like, "It's been like that for like 40 years, so there's nothing that I can do about it. We should be searching out here." I was like, "Okay, right, we're not going to get anywhere with this." And we had this big argument back and forth. And it basically sounded like she was scared of getting in a fight. And I said, listen, if this job doesn't suit you, if you're scared of getting punched in the face, if you're scared of getting stabbed, then go fucking sit at home. Don't do it.
Tesco's are hiring.
Yeah, exactly. I said, I'm not, obviously it's shit if you do get stabbed or you get punched in the face, but it's not the end of the world, unless you die. But,
I was just thinking,
yeah. But we wear stab vests and stuff. Yeah, it was just a case of you get a lot of people that want to earn the money but don't want the risks of the job.
Yeah.
Which is the main concern now. So there's a lot of people like that coming in. Which
yeah, but
bring it down.
Over-opinionated.
Yeah, they think they know everything.
Yeah.
She said, I've been doing loads of raves. I know how to run a door. I was like, okay.
Go back there.
Yeah.
Tell them we don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. Yeah. I've been doing loads of raves. What? The place where you just let all the drugs in and let them do what they want. So
yeah, there's this whole argument because she said, what if someone brings in a knife? I said, okay. Well, then we obviously, if you're searching, then you should be finding this knife. Unless they've got it in their fucking balls. Yeah. In their gooch area. You're not going to find it. I said, but if they pull it out on someone, then we'll have to deal with it as it comes.
Yeah, but it's not 100%. Yeah. You know, isn't this the whole thing isn't...
It's not fucking Heathrow Airport.
Yeah, you can't fucking strip search everyone. Yeah. And even if you metal detect, you're not going to catch everything.
Exactly. There's 7 of us there. If it kicks off, we've got 7 doormen that can deal with that situation.
And fuck me, I mean, 5 of them bundled Trump, so I think 7 will be fine for shag. That's with a fucking glasses like, she's left me.
Yeah. But her argument was like, well, no, if they've got it in their gooch, I'll find it. I was like, you won't fucking find it. If they've got it there, if they want to bring it in, they'll bring it in. It's like drugs. If blokes are putting it down their boxes, we can't go down there.
No.
Obviously, things are going to get in.
As you'd like to.
Yeah, things are going to get in. There's fuck all we can do about it. We've just got to try and eliminate it through the night.
So Charlie, all the women are bringing in drugs. You think, yes, they are. I'm having to really fondle them today.
Just been in latex gloves.
That snap.
Yeah.
I saw it on Telegram.
Yeah, not being funny. Like, that's not me being sexist. Like, I've seen a lot of female doormen that I would not fuck with.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around a bit, and I've been in, and I've been like the blokes. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like the woman. I'm like, oh Jesus, whatever you say, mummy.
Yeah, she would fuck me.
Yeah. We've had a few like that.
Yeah, they mean business. What's the worst place you've worked in without naming any names?
In Brentwood, there was it's a little bar that held 180 people. Yeah, it was renowned for like a traveller bar.
Oh,
which is fine because I got on a lot with a lot of the traveller blokes that come in, but they obviously have their feuds between them.
Yeah.
So it kicked off one night, and a group were arguing with each other, and then someone pulled up in a Jeep out the front.
Jeep immediately Jeep or Shogun, red flags.
Yeah.
So
and they were arguing out the front, and I knew the one that was next to me arguing. So I said to him, "Look, just leave it. It's not worth ruining the fucking night for. Just go back in. He'll fuck off unless he's going to sit out here or not. But whatever." I said, or if you really want to go have it out, then go down the road where there's no cameras. We're in the fucking high street. There is tons of cameras everywhere. And with that, the bloke in the Jeep pulled a fucking pistol out.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and pointed it at my head. And was like, why the fuck are you getting involved? I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, I don't want to die here.
And everyone in the smoking area run in. The manager locked the fucking door, and I'm standing there on my own with someone pointing this pistol at my head. I was like, oh, well. I was like, well, pull the fucking trigger then. I just thought, double down or nothing. That's it. If he's going to do
all on camera. Your plates have already been done.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a real gun or it's a fake gun, but I'm just trying to call his bluff. And then he come back about 3 hours later with
roof mounted.
About 4 or 5 of his mates. And at this point, I'd gone in and gained something from my bag that was down my belt line.
Yeah.
Something that the police use, and they go, "Phew."
Yeah.
What? Something like that.
What? Something like that?
Like,
maybe.
yeah,
Who
like
knows?
a big dildo.
Yeah, maybe.
And as he's walked over and he's put his hand in his pocket, I've put my hand on my belt line.
And you'd be like, oh.
And he said, "Oh, is that the game you want to play?" I said, "Yeah, one of you cunts pointed a fucking gun at me earlier." So he's walked back off, got into his car. At the end of the night, we used to park down the back of the bar. There's like a big alleyway down the back. We used to park down there. And as I've walked out of the front of the club, walked down the alleyway next to the bar to get to the road behind, there's about 10 of them all waiting down the end.
Shit.
With a load of dodgy sawn-offs, and they've just stood there and pointed at me, gave me this big lecture. I was like, right, okay. There's 2 of us. And
Yeah,
there's like 10
what
of them.
are you going to do?
Yeah, all with bats, guns. I was like, right, okay. And for the sake of what, 80 quid a night, I was like, it's not worth it.
Nope.
But I stayed there for another, I stayed there for like another 3 months.
For the sake of 80 quid a night, but you know, I stayed on for another.
the excitement.
I did another quarter.
Yeah, so, but it always used to kick off there, always. I rolled around in the toilet with someone.
How did you manage to talk your way out of that situation?
I didn't really say a lot. I was just like,
Yeah, right.
I thought you're either going to fucking shoot me or you're going to kick my head in. And they didn't do either.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Like, with the traveling community, it's like if they were to do something like that, they'd up sticks and leave, and you'd never. It's like that's like that scene in Snatch where, like, you know, Tommy, what's his name? Brad Pitt's character. You know, they do that, fucking burn the whole place, kill everyone, and then they just up sticks and they're gone.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they were known for around the area for armed robberies.
Oh, right.
This
So they
big
had
family.
previous. So
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
even
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you won't use that.
Yeah,
Like,
and the police wouldn't do fuck all about it. So I literally just stood there. I was like, right, I'm either going to get kicked the fuck out of or I'm going to get shot. Either one. And they didn't. And we was there sort of 10, 15 minutes, just sort of like back and forward. It was all because I put my hand on my waist and he thought I had
he
something.
thought it was a threat. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of was,
And
but
I
he
said
thought
to
you
him,
had something a bit more tasty than you did.
And I said, I'm just defending myself. I'm here earning money. That's it.
That's it. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I'm not here to fucking cause a family feud. I'm here to earn money and go home. That's it. Simple. And they didn't like it. But in the end, I think they just sort of gave up, threw a couple of threats around and then left. And then they every weekend they'd sort of circle around the high street in the same car and just staring at me. And I was
We're
like,
still here.
Yeah.
Fucking
Or they'd send some of the family in, and you'd see the idea. I'd be like, oh, fuck's sake. And they'd just stand there and stare at you or not. And I'm like, right, okay. But nothing really happened with that. I rolled around in the toilet in piss over a knife.
Oh, you don't get paid enough for this.
There's a couple of guys in a cubicle doing coke. And as I've sort of pushed the door open with my foot, they're standing there sniffing together. I said, no, you've both got to go. It's simple as. And as you come out the toilet to the left, there's like an emergency door.
Yeah.
So as I've taken one out, the other one slammed the cubicle door shut. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So then I had to pretty much just wait for him to come out. And he'd come out with like a little fucking flick knife. I was like, oh. And I just shot straight for his legs. I was like, that's it. We're just going straight to the floor. But next to the cubicle was just a big fucking piss.
Yeah, it was all piss, isn't it? Nightclub toilet or pub toilet, it's just piss.
And I had to roll around with him so I could get it off of him. Yeah, that weren't fun. But
you get it off him, obviously, and
yeah, we got it off him. He got nicked. But nothing ever come of it. Police don't want to do anything, do they? It's too much paperwork. So it's.
What do you do with the knife? Just give it to the police and they just put it in a bag and go, that's evidence, and it never comes to fuck all.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Or they get let off NFA.
What's NFA?
No further action.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, or they'll get like a community service, 12 hours community service.
That's the way to solve knife crime, isn't it? You know,
fucking
just,
silly.
Yeah.
Community service fixes everything.
Just fucking cheap. When you first said about like mate, he rolled up in a Jeep, I thought he was going to give it the big, Tommy Simmons, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you. He just pulls a gun. Okay, right. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Everyone fucking ducked down, but they were like the barriers with the
the netting, almost that fabric
I was like,
shit.
what the fuck are you ducking for? They just shoot for it. They all duck down and run away into the club. And then the managers just locked the door and then run to the back of the club.
Shut them out.
Yeah. And then he had to go at me after for causing it. I was like, are you taking a piss? I stood out on the door after that for 4 hours after getting a fucking gun
I'd have got to do that and beat the fuck out of cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wasn't there for much longer.
My next question was, what is your biggest oh fuck experience?
There you go.
So I think that might have pretty much covered that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, pretty much.
Yeah, you were saying about like guys sort of giving you the whole, I'll come for your job and this, that and the other. Do you get a lot of the like, oh, see you later, mate. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Do you ever see them later?
No.
They're being sick in a hedge.
Yeah, or you get the people that ring up the actual club.
Really?
I'd like to complain.
Yeah, and they'll just put threats and they go, we'll wait outside for the doorman. What time do you finish? Or you have them out the front and they'll go, I'll be here for you after. I'm like, okay, well, I finish at 3. I'll be out about 3:15. I'm hoping to be in bed by about 3:45. So if we could make it fucking...
if we could do it sharpish.
Yeah, if we can get it done over and done with, that would be fine. And they never turn up.
It's just empty threats, in it? Full of drink and got, think they're worth the world. Like,
yeah.
Do you, obviously you jiu-jitsu? Am I right in saying? No.
Boxing. And then I was doing Muay Thai, but I haven't done that as much recently. So
that's how
I've concentrated more on boxing.
Is that what you can get at Yo Sushi?
Yeah.
I'll have the jiu-jitsu, please, mate.
So, but then one of the one that I work with, he does like full MMA.
Oh.
So whenever we do Muay Thai, I try and do like MMA with him. So he does jiu-jitsu a lot. So
I'm gonna say, I see fuckers like you all tatted up, fairly stacked, and I'm like, yeah, clearly does some form of training. And then I see matey over there in the corner with a sunken chin and fucking, glasses that can see into the future. And I'm like, I reckon you do Minecraft.
Yeah. I do Minecraft as well. You want to join my world? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. I mean, who was saying about the drugs and that? Has it become more prevalent in the last few years, or is it? I
think definitely from a punter's perspective.
Yeah, definitely. Like cocaine is just fucking wild.
It's everywhere.
Can you imagine, like back when we were in school, like you'd hear about it, never see it, and it's just fucking everywhere now.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere. So like down at the festival, everyone's like, cocaine, pills, weed. Anyone want anything?
I'm like, yeah, I love to buy drugs off the street. That's my favourite thing to do.
We had one last night. I've done a toilet check at the end of the club. So you've got 2 toilets, one in at the front, one at the very back. And I've gone in and there was 2 guys and one of them was just sniffing off his key next to the sink, not even in a cubicle.
Legend.
Yeah. I was like, give me a bit. No. But I said to him, like, you got to leave. He was
Shav,
like, oh.
I appreciate the brazen and boldness of it all, but fuck off.
I always say to people, look, I don't care if you do it, that's fine, but I still have a job.
Yeah.
Simple as. I said, you can go and do it elsewhere. I'm not against you doing it.
Just
That's
not
what you
here,
want to
mate.
fucking do. Yeah. So his mate had gone up to him and said something as I walked in. So his mate stood by the door. I've put him out the back door. And then I turned to his mate and I went, are you with him? He went, no, I've got nothing to do with him. And he had this big white patch around his nostril. I said, mate, you've got loads of gear around your nose. He went, that's talcum powder. I was like, what's the matter with you, Puff? Go on, fuck off.
That was the one that walked all the way around to the front again and was like, oh, what, is this a kick-out club? I was like, and when we were standing outside and he had like a big patch of white around his nose.
And I was like, why are you telling me it's talcum powder? Why would you sniff talcum powder?
So you said,
Why have you got talcum powder on you?
I know.
You frequent the same club, Sid. Do you obviously see it from a punter's point of view. Do you see much of like the madness and like, I say like not the drug use, because obviously that's the whole reason Charlie's there trying to stop it. But is it fairly, I suppose, what I'm trying to get at is obviously you're a younger guy. Is it that prevalent from your sort of perspective? Because us of guys that have sort of grown up and been like, it's not anywhere, to all of a sudden it's fucking everywhere. Do you think it's as prevalent as that or not?
It depends on the night, really. Because sometimes you'll get nights that are quiet, and then sometimes, because obviously it opens at 10 o'clock, and you usually go down there at 9, prepare.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to get anyone to shit on the club here. That's the last thing I'm trying to do. I'm sure every fucking club's got the same problem. I'm just interested in like the general public as a whole. Do you see more of it in this day and age, or I sound like such an old cunt?
Yes.
Oh my god. Is there more drugs on the street nowadays, kids?
Yeah, because they're far more obtainable than they were.
Yeah. We see
Do you see
so
fucking
much
people
more
selling them on Facebook?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, if you had me
That's
on
how old I am.
Facebook, what I'll do is I'll sell you.
Look at my marketplace.
60 for a half, mate. It's good stuff. Proper flaky.
We see so much more of it now. So basically, the club is like an alternative rock club.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So when I first started, we used to get a certain genre of clientele in there, which was grungers, emos, goths, and you could basically turn up in whatever you want. That was the whole point of the club: is you turn up in what you want, wear what you want, act however you want, and express yourself in whatever way you need to, and no one will judge you. This is like the whole. That's why it's been going so long, and where every other club in the area has slowly died out. There used to be another one in the town that shut 4 years ago, and then there's one of the closer ones that shut recently. So we now get a lot of the stragglers that would go to these, and they come in and go, "Why the fuck are people wearing like high knee boots and with piercings all over their face?" I'm like, I don't know if you've noticed, but you walk in here and you've got fucking Linkin Park playing or Slipknot.
I've done.
And you see them stand on the dance floor, and you know that they don't fit there because some sort of rock music's playing, and they're just sort of trying to bob to it in their man bags and their
Oh, yeah. What is,
and their
I just want to
tracksuits
set them on fire.
And there was loads of them. There was loads last night. Loads of them.
Have you got what 3 words? Because I'm looking for some big titty goths. That's all I want.
There's
Some
fucking loads of big titty
I just
goths.
want some goth mummy to stand on my balls. That's all I need.
There's one that works in the pub up the road.
Yeah,
the really tall one that smells.
Really tall one that smells.
Yeah. That's the only way I can describe her. She's a nice girl, but she stinks.
She even called me.
What's she smell of?
I don't know. Chlamydia? Gonorrhea? A few of these. No, she's but yeah, she came up to me before. She's like, "Where do your tattoos go to?" I was like,
You want to see, baby?
Yeah, and I just sort of
me
was
out for
like, well,
dinner.
they go down enough. She went, "Can I see them?" I went, "No." Well, I'm going to see him later. I was like, that is rape.
How mean do I have to be to her for her to spit in my drink?
Not very.
That is all I need.
I was at the pub, she served, and she gave me a drink. I was like, "Thanks, Dad." And she turned around and she's like, "You what?" And I was like, "Oh, no."
Fuck.
You slag. Thanks, baby.
Oh, she'd love it. There's fucking loads of them.
Reg and Marlon go on tour because Reg loves goth.
On the search for goth titties.
Goth mummies.
We were saying this last night. We'll have to bring you down for a night out.
Oh, fuck, I'm all over it now.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that...
I'll bring the stab vest.
I didn't realise the Pink Toothbrush was like a fucking indie sort of, alternative rock bar. I'm all over that.
There's a lot more Rodneys there.
Oh,
Yeah, come down. We'll do
tempt me
another
with a good time,
episode.
Sid. Fuck me.
Yeah, we'll do a whole nother episode. We'll take you to the brush. We'll get you fucked up.
Oh.
I'll come pick up in the morning from whatever goth's house you're at.
First you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Reg, get in the van. For fuck's sake. No, don't bring her with you. Just leave her there for fuck.
You tempted me with the Rodney, and then you said goth mummies. And,
love it.
Shit.
So, but you get a mix of people now. You get there's still a lot of goths that go.
Good.
But is that your type?
I'm a man of many tastes, you know.
Okay. You get
I have a Balkan's wife. And, she fucking hates that and all. I'm like, come on, 3 stripes.
You get
to the Adidas shop.
You get a couple of Latinas in there.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Some Asians
Is
in
this
there.
heaven? Do you work in heaven? Is that what you do?
They're so nasty
You
to
just
me.
work in... Oh, yeah, they're spicy.
Yeah.
Do you just work in Reggie's heaven? Goth
Honestly,
mummies and Latinas.
You have to come and try.
Reg just giving up farming.
There's basically a family of Thai girls that come in a couple of years ago, and they were just like planning this mass rape on me. And I was like,
please stop.
oh, what massage parlor are we going back to? No.
You do me nails as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's...
Well, I mean, what else do they do there? They give away free Marlboros or something? Could you tempt me any more with this bloody
you
place?
could do in the smoking era. Everyone does.
Excuse me, Reg from the Tog House coming
Yeah.
through. Where are the Goths, Latinas, and Thai birds?
Yeah.
I'm here for a good time.
There's fucking plenty of them. You'll be fine.
Jesus
You'll love
Christ.
it. We'll do it. We'll have to sort one out. You have to come down and
This
experience
shit's on
this place.
kudos. Like, this shit's on kudos. What are you getting kudos?
There's a couple of cages in
Stuck
there.
to the floor, mainly.
Such the floor and overcharged for a pint.
Oh no, you won't get stuck to the floor anymore because this new carpet.
You can't carpet
Yeah.
mine. That is a bold shout in a club.
Yeah,
Fair
and then
play
you
to 'em.
got a couple of cages on the stage. You can get in and dance.
Oh, I was hoping. Oh, damn it! You nearly had me. I was like, there are some goth mummies in there.
Oh,
It's
there's
all-
always yeah, always. That's why as you go up there's basically as you go in to the right, there's a stage, and they used to have all the live bands play on it, but now it's just people just go up there and dance.
tit about.
And then on the end of the stairs as you go up, there's like railing. So that's like a corner. If I go in and, I don't know, just perv on people, I just sit on the corner and there's a cage right in front of you. And you have one of the other doormen that like flash his torch and he's like, I'm like, no, I know, I see. I got dragged in last night. They were like, you
So
need to,
inconspicuous with the torch. Oh, look at this!
Morse code. One of them come in last night. I was like, "You need to see this girl's ass." I was like, "Say fucking let's go." And he dragged me up, and there was 4 of us, 4 doormen. Which is there's only 4 of us inside as well. So there was 4 of us standing there looking at one girl in a cage, and she knew it was happening. And she was just standing there, just shaking her ass. I was like, ha ha. Oh, we are fucking terrible. We're dirty perverts. So, oh, yeah. But, yeah, you love it.
You sold it to me. Oh, you? Please stop.
What else do you like?
Oh, God. Drink.
Yep.
What else? I don't fucking know. There's nothing else. You've literally just named the things I like in life. God.
No, I'm sold. A big titty goth bitches, beer.
Yeah.
Is a pint decent?
I don't know. I don't really drink there, so I don't know.
Oddly enough, he's working, so
Yeah.
it's not like, oh yeah, well, it's great. I'm usually have like 6 pints before I kick a goth's head in. It's fucking brilliant, mate.
They've got their own pumps with the Brush logo on it. And I'm like, is it your own bit? No, I think it's just Foster's. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah.
Well, I'm sold. I'm all about it, Drive. I can't lie. Can drunk people actually fight?
No.
No. Is it lots of arms and like, all just
Not a lot of aiming.
no coordination?
We don't get in. We have fights, but it's never really. It's not as many as people would think. We have like the few, but
They usually folded up like a pretzel on the floor before they swing the first punch.
no, it's usually a lot of them are sober because when they're pissed, they just want to throw abuse at you and tell us that their uncle's like
Lawyers.
Essex's
You know
biggest
who I
fucking-
am,
yeah.
mate.
Lawyer mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
really?
it's usually the sober ones that are, or partially sober, that want to try and fight. But we don't get loads of it. But whenever there has been anyone that's pissed that's tried to fight, no. Because you can just see it coming from a mile away.
Right, well, I can't
They're
fight
like,
sober. I'm a
"Oh."
fucking idiot.
No, but we don't get in lot of... There's fights, but there's never like a
It's
sort
more of a tussle, I assume.
Yeah,
than-
it's usually you're trying to bring someone out.
yeah.
They get a bit handsy, and then you end up just going to the floor. Where it's never as like you stand there one on one sort of thing. Yeah,
The other thing I was going to ask, like, 'cause obviously that's what, how long? 7 years, do you say?
Hmm.
So you've seen it pre-COVID, post-COVID.
Yep.
And what I've always been interested in, I've never really asked anyone, and this is kind of a question to you as well, Sid, is like, did you find after lockdown you had a load of like people that looked like they should have their shit together and not be getting absolutely mashed on a night out, getting absolutely out of their tree because they obviously weren't allowed out, where they
2
turned
years
they
of
turned like
not-
Yeah.
would that include you, Sid? Because you were like, did you turn 18 in lockdown or?
Oh, what did I do?
2 years ago.
Nearly 2 years ago.
Getting so How old are you now, Sid?
years ago, young man.
We're in 2024.
I've got grandchildren.
Lockdown
now.
was 2020. You're 19.
I would be. Oh,
I was 12.
Was I? Oh, I think I was. I think I was 16 when lockdown. No,
Just finished school?
Oh, you did
Yeah, you
just
I was
finished
just turning 17. I think round lockdown, mid
Yeah,
towards the end-ish.
Ah, right. So you were like out of it then.
I think you turned 18 in the part where you could go into a pub, but you had to be sitting down because COVID couldn't catch you because you were
No,
too
that-
short.
Yeah.
That part.
You have a meal, you
Yeah.
can't get past the pie and chips.
Yeah.
No, it's Scotch egg.
Looking back on that, it's mental,
Fucking
isn't it?
stupid. I had to go
What
tell
a time
people.
to be alive.
Yeah. I go, sorry, can you go sit down because COVID?
Have
I'm
a
like,
portion,
oh, okay.
I'll have a portion of chips and 14 pints, please.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm having a what was it? A substantial meal. A substantial
Scotch egg.
Oh, fuck off, Rishi! You can't. Not really.
No, that was fucking.
No, that was
Borat.
Rishi because he was minister of fucking chips or whatever. He was, wasn't he?
I don't know if Minister of Chips.
It was
is
Rishi
the
because
right
he
title.
was out to help out or whatever. That was what, remember that was what he was. That was his whole thing.
Go out and stand.
Go out,
Go to work, but don't go to work. But
get on the
Go to
beers,
work.
but not with us. And we're having a party, but not really a party. It's worth gathering.
Isn't that the reason you started this podcast?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
because of lockdown.
Yeah, just like it was a legal reason to get on the fucking beers. So
Now look.
Yeah, we literally found a loophole and just ran with it. It was like, oh, well, how can I get on the beers with the boys? Oh, podcasting is classed as essential work, and we've been on about it for a while. So we're like, if we start a podcast and the police kick in the door, we'll be like, right, you're all nicked. And I'll be like, it's media, mate.
Oh, because I remember when I found this on Reddit.
That is so. I knew
Yeah.
this. This is
Yeah.
so wild, mate.
So,
We're
I
on
was-
Reddit with
yeah.
all the other fucking ne'er-do-wells.
Because at the time I was in a different job and I was driving all day. So I was like, I need some podcasts. I was listening to like Joe Rogan's one, and I was like, I need something that sort of relates a little bit more.
Joe Rogan's had 8 comedians
Yeah.
you've never heard of
They had
ever
like
before in a
9-hour
row.
long
And you're like, oh
episodes.
my God.
So I've gone onto Reddit and someone had posted this. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a listen. And then I basically binged. I think you were on like episode 18, something like that. And I
So not far in
yeah,
then.
and I binged all of them. And then I even put in on the anonymous stories that you started doing at like, the start.
Yeah.
Like the Nights Out one that I'm not going to go into because I've just
Yes.
fucking baked myself out. Yeah. So it's just weird how it all comes around.
You know, right? It's like we've got no concept of it really because we just like I've said 100 times. We sit here, we record, and that's it. And all we see is the people we record with, a couple of people we sort of converse with on Instagram, the whole Discord community, and that's all we really see.
Yeah.
But you look at the numbers, and you're like, there's a lot more than that
Yeah.
out there, and it's probably gotten a lot further than we realise. And we
Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I remember speaking to you about it back when I was like, where'd you find us? He was like, Reddit. I was like, we're on Reddit? Oh my God.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Worst podcast ever.
Worst podcast ever.
I think I searched. It was like a podcast for truckers.
Yeah.
And this popped up, and I looked at a couple, and I was looking at this one. And I was like,
I did find the Reddit thread that you're on about, and apparently, like, there's like a couple comments down. Somebody had been like, "I've went on their website; they look like knobheads." I was like, "Yes, we
You'd
do.
be absolutely
you
correct.
are 100% right. We are fucking knobheads."
And I was listening, I was like, this is my type of podcast.
Two idiots with child humour.
Didn't someone turn around and say it's 2 mics and an internet connection?
That's literally that was how
That's the description.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's our start. That was how we were like, what description did we give it? It was like two guys and an internet connection.
Yeah,
that was
and a crate of beer.
Yeah, and a crate of beer. That is literally how we started it. Yeah. Look at where we are now. 2 idiots and internet connection and kegs. Yeah, fuck it. That's mad, man. That's mad.
I remember when you told me about it.
Yeah.
Because this is
You should
before I
listen to
started
these idiots.
I remember before I started my job that I'm currently at, you told me, you was like, oh, you should listen to this podcast. And I was like, what's this podcast? And he was like, oh, it's called In the Doghouse. And I was like, what's it about? And he's like, you should see 2 scumbags talking about random shit with a bunch of people on. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about it, and you was doing one of the giveaway lives
Yeah,
on Instagram.
I won the giveaway, didn't I?
Yeah, and you was sitting there, and you was talking to me about it. And he was like, oh, yeah, they do talk about this, all that. Oh, I've won a giveaway. And you was talking about it.
Oh,
It was all hanging up in the garage. It was great. It was when you had all the is it the white trash summer stuff?
Yep.
It was all of that.
You
I've
have
got all of that.
that lanyard there.
The vest.
that was a fine line of merch.
It's lovely. The stickers that I haven't used the car sticker yet because I've got no back window.
Yeah.
If I put it on the front, I can't see. Maybe we'll try it and see what happens. But
Right, Sid, you've been quite quiet for the last bit as we've been talking about kicking people's heads in.
What's your opinion on goth big titty bitches?
I love them.
I best be quiet about this because I know my girlfriend's going to be listening to this.
That's the best part about doing this every week. My missus is like, yeah, he sits in there, talks bollocks, and I don't listen. So I just say really wild shit.
Because obviously she listens to our one.
Ah, yeah.
So when she goes back and forth to mine and her, she'll put it on the car. It's about a 20-minute drive, so she listens to a bit. And then about the weekend, like she comes up, she'll come up to me like, oh yeah, by the way, on your podcast, and then slaps me, and I go, fuck, what have I done? What have I done? She's like, you said this about me, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did do
Is it
that.
true or is it a fucking lie?
I said, no, I promise I love you. Please. Love it, you know.
So what do you do for a living then, Sid?
I'm a window fabricator.
Oh, you do windows. So you.
Shit, don't do
So
it.
when I was talking about like when I was on about tinting my windows, and you were thinking to yourself, you fucking spastic.
You could have just
Virgil,
took the
you
bead out the whole time. I was sitting there, I was like, you could take the bead out, you put it straight back in, and an easy job.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly, I honestly think what you guys do is a license to print money. Like, not you yourself, obviously. You're working for the firm, but yeah. Like the money that you'll get charged for windows, getting them fitted.
And it's just plastic and fucking glass.
Yeah, man, it's not. It's so you fabricate, do you do the alley ones, the plastic ones? Or?
What do? Currently, I jump about the place because I always get moved about by my manager, and I move about myself because sometimes I sit at a bench doing something and I'm going, oh, fuck this, I'm doing something else. But
bored now.
I get currently at the moment I've been doing shoe bolting, and that's where you put the locks in, obviously.
Yeah.
Lock the windows and screwing them in and whatnot. Sometimes I do beading. Beading shit.
Is that what beading was when you tap where you tap the actual beading in around the glazing unit, or
we don't do the glass. We have to put the bead in without the glass, and then it goes off to the factory.
Yeah,
at the other end of the estate, and then that's where they take the beading out, put the glass in, and
so you've got to put the beading in to take it out again.
Yeah,
I suppose to make sure it fits.
Yeah. But we've been doing these tests now, but they've had to make us. They put given us like a sash. A sash is the.
Oh yeah, I bet that's like one of those complex windows out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously you got the sash and that goes
Down
in the window.
Tilt, yeah,
and obviously that goes in and out and closes and opens, and then but we have to with a beading. You got this bench and you got a cutter. And it's operated by a foot pedal. You press the foot pedal and it cuts it. But you have
sounds
to
like an
measure
HSE nightmare.
You're next to it. You're right next to it. So I'm sometimes going, oh, what's this? And it pings out a bit of plastic. I'm like, fuck. But it's the most awkward job beading because it has to be on point.
It's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's literally got to
If
meet.
it's overlapping like the tiniest bit, nope. straight back. They'll take, obviously we've got the QC check after the beading.
Yeah.
And if one thing's wrong with it, they'll take the bead out and be like, do it again. And we go through, well, hundreds a day, really. Well, roughly it's about 140 a day you get through.
Fuck. What units?
The sashes, individual sashes. Obviously, you got the
Holy
frames.
fuck.
You got the frames, and then you got the sashes, and obviously the sashes go depending on how many like panels are in the window. You got sometimes you might have like 2, and then like one little one at the top, or you might have just one single one. It depends on what orders we get in. But then obviously, I do blacking out as well, which is they rely on me for that.
Racist.
You work for Netflix, do you?
You should have asked him to come round and take your beading off so you could tint your windows.
Honestly, before we go, you can have a look at that and tell me how to take it off and what the best way to do it is. Like marking
I'll check
shit
the
up.
beading as well. I'll be like, yeah.
Oh, no, don't. He sits there in the fucking garage. Bear in mind, I didn't put the windows in, nor make them. He goes, that beading's wrong. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking do about it. It's not my window.
You can come in and
a massive gap between the beams.
And you can inspect Oxford Trade Frames at work. That's who made
Be
them.
glad to.
Put them on QC.
He's going to put them on blast on the next episode of the Brothers. Oh, where are Reg's out? Oxford Trade Frames. Yeah, dog shit, mate.
But yeah, that's all I really do every day. Just on off with a sash. Beading. That's it. Sometimes I mainly choose to do shoe button because it's easier.
What's that?
You get depends on what lock a window has. Sometimes it might have a spag, which sometimes I hit myself in the head with because
A what?
An S spag. It's called an
spag.
Advantage S spag, and it's
Is
like
it
this really long lock.
Is it like a Spanish spag bowl? His spag.
No, I stabbed myself with one before and they're really sharp. It's not funny.
Okay.
It's not fun. Because I pulled it out of the box and I flipped it round. As I flipped it round, it caught the side of the beam. Because obviously against the wall, we got these beams, support beams. And it caught that and I walked into it and it stabbed me right in the chest.
Nice.
Like, lovely. And then, but you sometimes have like a gearbox you put in and then you have shoe bolts, which you have to screw on, hook on using teeth, but you have to cut them down sometimes.
But
and then just screw them in. That's it.
I've replaced a few gearboxes indoors and that. Fuck that job.
It's relatively easy.
Well,
on a window.
you take a few like T10s or whatever it is out of the door and you pull them out and then it's this great big long metal strip with this fucking great thing on the side. And it's just like, oh, what's happened here? Oh God, it's like a watch. It's like a watch inside with full of gears and things that turn shit. Oh fuck that. No, I just. Yeah, no, not a trade frame fitter I am, it turns out. Much as though I think I might have a go at anything. No,
I remember the first time, because obviously sometimes when you put a gearbox in, screw it in, and then you put a dummy handle in, check if it works, crack it or not. Sometimes they don't work, but one side will come out.
Oh, really? Of the hooks, like?
So I have to unscrew it all again, and then I'll take it out and be like, wow, that one's fucked. And I'll just launch it at the floor, and it'll just go boom, explode. And I'll be like, whoa, that operates
I can see why they call it a gearbox, because it's just full of gears and no one knows how it goes together.
But our ones are covered in grease.
Yeah, they all like that horrible black grease.
Yeah, our one's like yellow.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, black grease is usually when I take it apart after I've used it for 4 years. It's just like, oh, no wonder it's broken because this is now partially metal. Yeah.
Have you told them that you don't know how to use an air gun? Or service an air gun?
Yeah, that was...
when you say service an air gun,
well,
did you
oil. Fill it full of oil, isn't it?
An oil and air gun.
Fuck's sake.
I've got it in the boot of my car.
Just
It says on the bottom, oil daily.
Well,
just imagine how autistic he is. And imagine him with an air gun and a bottle of oil.
So we have an engineer who works in there and he comes around and fixes machines if something goes up. So I look... every now and then I look at... I've had this drill. I had it brand new and I've had it for a year now. And on the bottom, I've noticed it's oil daily. I got about, when was it? A few weeks ago, I looked at it and I was like, I know I've seen this a few times. Are you meant to actually oil it daily? Because I haven't oiled it once. And the engineer was next to me and I went to him, do you have to oil this daily? And he went, yes. I was like, well, I haven't oiled it once. And he leant over and went, here, grab that oil bottle in my bag. And there was like a spray bottle of oil. And I was like, what do? Hold the trigger in. Spray it into the bit where the hose goes. And he ended up getting a call from someone. Pretty much about that. And he ended up getting a call. So he took a call. And I was like, well, I'm not going to interrupt him. So I just kept going. I just kept pumping oil into it at the bottom of it. And he turns around and he goes, how much have you put in? I was like, I haven't stopped since you got on the phone. And he was like, stop, it's going to go everywhere. So I was like, no, it won't. Gave him the oil ball back, turned the gun upright, and it all was just on, pissed all out the bottom.
Oh my God.
So I was like, so I tipped it back upside down. I was like, now it'll be fine. I put it into I walked over, I put it into the air hose, and the bloke on the other station next to me, he kind of questioned what I was doing. I was like, I'm oiling my drill. And he come over and he stood next to me. I pushed the hose onto the gun.
No.
And ka-chow! And next minute is just exploded with oil. And then I was like, a little bit, and I was like, it's all right. But at the bottom of the grill, you got holes where air comes out.
Yeah. You got your vent.
Exhaust.
So I've gone and I held it, and I was like, see, it's fine. The bloke standing next to me on my left. And I pointed it up. The holes are aiming at him, and I went, see, it's fine. Pulled the trigger. Oil's gone straight over him. And he just gone, what are you doing? Oh, okay. And I was like, oh, you're oiled up, Lee.
I've literally got one of those old school oil droppers. So you just like do it with a little pump with your thumb. Just do 1, 2, 3. That's it. That is all it needs. That's probably far too much.
No, I had a spray bottle and I was going full pumps for about 5 minutes.
This is what I was saying earlier. Are you sure you trust him with a shotgun? I've heard these stories.
Well, looking back on it, no. I wish we'd have been told this story beforehand.
We didn't want to ruin the podcast.
So, boys, the Brothers Unplugged. So, you guys, you started a show. You've taken the plunge like us fucking spastics did.
Like, why did you start it?
Why would you want to do that to yourself? Committing yourself to one episode a week like we did and making your life infinitely difficult.
I remember where it started.
Yeah, I feel like I just didn't have enough to do.
I felt like there wasn't enough middle-aged white men.
Yeah, I'm cracking in.
There weren't enough. We didn't have a big enough voice in this world.
I'd come home from work, she'd moan at me that I haven't laid the floor or painted the walls. I'm like, you know what? I need another hobby. This is what I need to do now.
I need to do something I'm going to get moaned up for.
So I don't have to fucking lay the laminate flooring. Why did we start?
Well, originally, we bought the PCs, didn't we? And we ended up playing GTA 5M.
Oh, yeah.
So we were sitting on Discord on the call. We're playing games, and then I'm in my own little world. And he'd sit there, and he'd go to me, and be like, Sid, because the podcast is in the talks at this point. So he's like, what should we do for this? And I'm just sitting there running over 12-year-olds in this fucking game.
It was literally it.
In Minecraft.
I turn around, he's fucking running people over. I'm standing on a police car twerking. All is good with the world.
We're like, what should we do for our first episode? I was like, hold on, I'm killing this old granny.
I think it's because we listen to this every week, and we thought, we should do something like this. We literally sit on PCs. It was most nights at that point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'd sit there on Discord, playing GTA or whatever, just talking shit. And I thought, we enjoy doing it. Why don't we do it as something we can share? Because we are fucking idiots. Why we just share the idiocracy, whatever the fuck you call it. The Rodney's got me. To everyone else. And we've always said, even if we get like 10 people that listen to it, it's more for us rather than everyone else. I mean, frankly, luckily we've got a fair few people that listen and they like it. We've had some people that don't like it. I don't care. But yeah, I think it spurred off from this, and it was just something to do, really.
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, it's not.
To be fair, I'll give you props in all fairness, because I think, Marlon, how many people have gone, oh yeah, we're going to start a podcast. Me and my mate are going to start a podcast. This, that, the other. Like, yeah, all right, let me know when it's done, Shag. Like, we're going to, like, yeah, you can. You're more than welcome to do it. Like, there's a lot of hours in the day and there's a lot of hours in the week. So there's plenty of time for everyone to listen. It's not we're not in a famine economy. There's more than enough for everyone to listen to more than one podcast. And I'm like, yeah, crack on, do it, bro.
Over the years, there's probably been 100 messages.
Yeah, of people that telling us that they're going to do it, we're going to get it done. Yeah, how do you do it? We used to like talk people through, like, this is how you do it. This is how like we've done it. This is how we've structured it. And you just end up wasting your fucking time. But you boys, fair fucking play. You took a plunge and you actually got on and did it, and you're fucking killing it, man.
We're still going. Just,
Yeah,
just about. Just.
every week. No, don't worry. We have the same conversation every week. Like,
Yeah.
why are we fucking doing this, man?
Yeah.
Why are we fucking doing this?
Yeah, I'll literally come home and she'll be like, "Are you recording tonight?" Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow night? Because I want to do this. I'm like, editing. What about Thursday night? Probably editing again.
Yeah, but you fall into a good routine, I think, after a while.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't, we've got a really good routine, haven't we? Like, and I've got like
It seems to work quite well and it fits in very well.
Record on this day, we edit on this day, we do this on this day, and it all just, as long as you can fit it in around your life. It's like I haven't got kids now, but you know you do, and it's just that I fucking hell. If me or Marlon is ever to have children, I mean, if we are ever to bless the earth with those cunts,
Sorry, Earth.
yeah. I don't know how the fuck. Yeah, so fair play to you, man.
It is
Just
hard because I work 2 jobs.
Yeah, man.
and
I
then-
work one. I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean the two jobs I probably work tallies up to maybe the same hours you do anyway.
yeah,
you do long
maybe.
hours.
Yeah, I don't know. but-
And then with adding the kids into that, it's having the time to do everything. But we have a structure as well, so we'll try and record on a Tuesday, and then it'll be released on a Monday. Sometimes we've missed it, and then at the same time, I'm like, it's a podcast, it's fine. If we miss one here or
that's
there,
quite clever. If we were to go back in time, Marlon, that's what we should have done. Record on a Tuesday, release on a Monday, because we're cunts and we record on a Tuesday and release on a Friday. So
Yeah,
we're even on a tighter time scale.
I think at the same time,
Adds a bit of spice to it, doesn't it?
because we was releasing on a Friday, but at the same time we were like, well, we don't want to tally it too much alike to yours. We don't want to release on the same day. We sort of wanted everyone to, because a lot of the time when you shared our stuff, a lot of the people that listen to yours come and listen to ours. So I was like, well, maybe if we change it to a Monday, it's like you've got something on a Friday,
Yeah,
you've got the weekend to chill out, and then when you go back to work on a Monday, you've then got something to listen to.
definitely. Yeah. Like we most of our spike will be on a Monday, and then we'll have a plateau on the weekend, and then there'll be another spike on the Monday. It's a fair way of putting it.
Yeah, at the same time, we didn't want to copy yours, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but like
it's similar.
yeah, it don't really make a fucking odds to us, mate.
Yeah, but at the same time, over the episodes, we've tried to get a structure of how we do it. So like the way we do our podcast, and we're still learning from it, and we're still trying to find like a route.
I think everyone's still learning. We're still fucking learning. We're nearly 4 years in, and I'm still thinking of stuff now. Like, why the fuck did we do that for so long? That was dumb.
Yeah, and it's trying to find people that will come on and that's interesting, that will bring something to it. Obviously, we have our friends on and stuff like that, which we can have a chat with. But at the same time, we want to bring someone on that's.
I think you'd be amazed by not only how funny, but also how many interesting stories just your mates have.
Yeah.
We've realised that over the years. I mean, fuck me. Look at all the people we've had on that we just know with just the most interesting stories. Like, you know.
And they will come out with something random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will just like, that's
interesting
the episode
stories,
done. Bosh,
naturally funny. You know, you can see how it all sort of falls into its natural place where it needs to be. We have regular guests there. Then, you know, we have messages from people all the time that say, oh, fuck me, yeah, it's another fucking Gilo and Will episode, or it's another Mule and Snaker, you know, that kind of thing, where just you got your friends that are naturally funny and you all sort of fall into your places and that kind of thing. But you'd be amazed by how many people you know who've got interesting stories and just chatting to anyone. Like we were just talking now about window fitting. I was having them. I was immersed in the window fitting world, and not window fitting, the window construction world. I could sit there and talk there about beading and shit all day. I'm like, so alley windows, how do they? Because I've got a feeling that even powder coat and alley, they will at some point start to bubble up and go to shit. That's what I told my. Get that white streak down the side, and I just won't be able to live with myself, Sid.
I fucking hate talking about it. I don't even want to be there.
It's half of the time though, because you talk about windows, I'm like, shut the fuck up! I don't have fucking windows.
Oh, that one's triple glazed.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, Sid, my doors have slightly dropped on the back of my house, and I don't know how to
bring a
level them.
I don't want to go fix them for you, do you?
He's got his toolbox in the back of his Mini.
I've got my tools in the car if you really want me to.
I got my Weira little fucking tool check plus, so we just fucking wind the cancer. I know that there's a screw on the bottom that does something, but I don't know what. There's a lot of axis we're working with here, and I don't know quite how to make it do a fix.
Don't
but-
I
worry.
can take them off.
No.
He's got his air gun. It's oiled. It's fine. Just don't fucking stand
I ain't
near
got
it.
no airline.
Yeah.
I've got a mallet and a pallet knife. What can I do?
Jesus Christ, no. Away. Get away,
It
Sid.
could be worse. It could be a mallet and a bit of fucking rebar. Just,
How's your K-Reg, you daft cunt? It's usually me making the stupid fuck up. You get to sit there and go, "You're a fucking idiot, Reg." Oh yeah, did you do that with your Range Rover? Oh, well done, you. Oh, big seal clap. And this time it's you that's the mong, not me. Get him a blue badge. He's a spastic.
have you seen that video recently? It was a family in Spain. I think it was Spain. I'm just going to take a guess. It was Spain.
Stab in the dark.
And it was the
Brown.
police had pulled.
He was called Pablo.
Yeah, the police had pulled a woman over because she parked in a disabled bay, and it's the daughter that's filming it. She's going, "The police are trying to give my mum a ticket because she hasn't got a blue badge in her with her." And we're parked in a disabled bay, but we've got the goods. And she pointed the camera to the front seat, and it was her sister that's Down syndrome. And she turned around and went, she turned around and went, I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Fuck me.
I was like, I could do that with Sid in Sainsbury's. Come on, Sid, go and walk.
I'll park with the child and parent bay. Pretty much.
I've actually had to get out of the car and act like a spastic before. In Sainsbury's, some woman looked at me. I was like, and then sort of like did the cerebral palsy walk to the door. And as soon as I got to the meter, I was like, run, 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 run.
Oh, fuck me, boys. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Right. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for making the trip down.
thanks
I
for
know
making
it
the
was
trip.
horrendous.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having us on.
Nice. No, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming down. I know it's a fair old trip, and you guys are fucking brilliant. It's been fantastic. Guys, plug the show. Here's
Where can we find y'all?
Where can we find you?
Nowhere really anymore. We've given up now.
You won't find
The ground.
We're on Instagram. Sid usually does the Instagram, so
Yeah. At brothers_unplugged_podcast.
yeah.
Spotify, Amazon Music, Google
We'll put the
Podcasts.
links in the bio. We'll put the links in the episode description as well.
Thank you very much.
all of the
Indian Ants
Instagram.
Pants Straw.
Yeah. Yeah, so check them out. The Brothers Unplugged. The guys are fucking, as you've heard them here, fucking brilliant guys. Funny as fuck. Just
Not too bad with a shotgun either. So.
I don't really want to talk about that too much again. Let's not really get into that because, I don't like to be outshot.
Do you know how to load a shotgun? I was like, no.
Just know how to
Not
load
at
it?
all.
No.
Bang, bang. Fuck.
Do I pull the trigger and it fires?
Which one's the bang button?
I'm standing there. I was like, what's your safety? Is it this one? And you're like, no, don't pull the trigger. I'm like,
there,
"Okay."
oh, God, right. It's going to be another one of those days. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, right. Good shots.
But thank you for having us on.
No,
Appreciate it.
it's a pleasure. Honestly, it's our pleasure. Yeah, right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Rate us 5 stars on any platform that you listen to us on. Really
Or
appreciate
don't.
it.
We don't care.
Yeah, I do. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Don't
Yeah.
buy the fucking tickets for the event.
Yeah, buy some hats. I don't know. Do what you want. Just join the Patreon.
Love you millions.
We love you long time. Yeah, that'll fucking do. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I've been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been a fully qualified bellend.
I've been Charlie.
And that's the end.
Oh.
Until next week.
Yay!